really good.
Be like, Bussin' with the boys, hanging with the fellas, betting on a game. No woman's gonna tell us what to do, and I've been over here just drinking beer and making that noise. Baby, I'm hanging with the fellas, bussin' with the boys.
Bro.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy 2026.
Happy New Year.
To everyone, Happy New Year. Let's have the best year ever. Please do us a favor, subscribe, leave a comment. It helps us a lot. 2020 is going to be the best year of Us With The Boys. We're going to speak that into existence. We're going to be going over a lot of things. Obviously, the boys are going to have some New Year's resolutions for you. We have incredible guests. Kevin Byard is on the bus via Zoom for the third time with Bussin' With The Boys. Also, exclusive interview with Kyle Whittingham today, breaking down culture. And your boys a little fired up about the direction
Michigan
of
fans and
football.
Chicago fans should be really excited about these interviews.
Yeah, the Midwest is going to love these these interviews. Also, a couple of things that are taking place tonight, if you're watching this on Tuesday, that you can get tickets for. But as years change, some things don't, and that's who we're presented by, and that is a FanDuel Sportsbook. The wild card round is here, and FanDuel is turning on playoff mode. All customers get a profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. Each game day during the wild card round, you'll find a pack loaded with multiple profit boosts waiting for you in your apps. In your app, there's only one. Pick the matchup you believe in, take your shot on an upset, build a parlay that fits the moment, then apply your profit boost and go after even bigger payouts while the playoffs get rolling. If you watch our NFL breakdown show, I'm telling you, there's a lot of momentum talk in there, something to put in your mind if you're looking to make a couple parlays and add some profit boost to that. Do me a favor, visit FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL, and grab your profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. Boys, tonight, Jarod Beeman will be at Zany's Nashville on 8th Avenue. There's only a handful of tickets left, huh, Clump? Yeah. Only a handful of those boys coming. All the boys will be there. We'll be enjoying it. We're going to have some Tier 1 fans in there. Maybe some people just walking by after having an 8th and Roast late night coffee with their significant others. They look up and they see a sign that says Jarod Beeman.
And they say, who's Jarod Beeman?
Hey, you know what? I think I heard about that cat. I think he's a big up-and-comer in the comedy scene. He played Taylor Lewan in 2025 and won a bet. And didn't have to get a six-pack because he's actually going after a comedy career. Let's go watch the kid.
They call him the Demon around Nashville.
Yeah, they call him the Demon of Nashville is taking stage for the very first time, headlining his first show. So let's give a round of applause to Jarod Beeman. You can grab those tickets at the door, and if you're feeling a little froggy, you can hit up zanies.nashville.com to get those tickets. Every single dollar that is raised for this will be donated to a local Nashville charity. Right, I got a couple in my head right now. I was talking to Taylor the other night. Hey, where should we go about all these things? We will let you know where we donate and how much we donate next week or probably the week after that.
I love it. It's Jared's first headliner. It's also his first time doing stand-up.
Yeah, right. And he's done a couple open mics. He says he goes and sits down in these other spots, waits in line, sometimes gets up, sometimes doesn't get up. But apparently he's been dialed in on his 20-minute set for a couple of weeks now. We were on our way to our playoff, the first round of the playoffs, and on the flight from Oklahoma to Texas A&M, that's when Jarod was kind of talking like, I've kind of got it all down now, and he's got it memorized. He's feeling a little bit.
He's
confident.
videoed himself,
right?
He sent it out for some mentoring, some coaching.
Yeah, and it is Monday when we're shooting this. I saw Jarod this morning, gave him a big hug. Hey, happy 2026. How you feeling about tomorrow? And his nerves are there. I'm like, buddy, it's a little too early to be getting this nervous. Wait till you get one more sleep. Game day nerves can come tomorrow. Right now, just feel more confident than ever about it. But the kid's he's gonna crush it. I don't deny that at all. I think there's gonna be positives that come out of all of these things, man. All of these things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna MC. I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna talk. How we doing? I'm gonna explain everything that's going on. Maybe we're gonna give out a couple of pieces of merch. Gee, if you think about that, do what you want.
Maybe say a joke
Toss
or
a couple
two.
things out there. Say a joke. Rip it a little bit. We'll have some fun. We'll have some fun with everybody. I will be writing nothing down. We'll just be having a good time.
Yeah, just embracing the atmosphere.
Just embracing the
Supporting
atmosphere.
the boy.
That's all you can do.
Yeah.
That's all you can do in those situations. hit the fly move. Should we break down a little college football?
Are we talking a little college football in the later when we get past Whittingham?
Sure.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do that.
Should we talk
move that on over.
Should we talk some New Year's Resis?
Ooh. New Year's resolution.
Jarod Beeman starting 2026 with a bang.
With a bang.
Do you guys want to talk? Do we want to talk some New Year's resolutions?
Yeah, let's do some
anybody
resis.
out there, some resolutions.
Yeah.
Anybody in the comments, if you guys have some resolutions, we'd love to hear yours. Maybe start a little brainstorm what people are thinking. My head's kind of all over on New Year's resolutions.
Listen, the thing I love about the New Year's resolutions are so much motivation is taking place on January 5th when we're filming this right now. The question is, boys, how do you turn motivation into discipline and keep this going for 365 days? This year has to be the year where you stop talking about it and you start being about it. Let's take action. Let's keep moving forward. Small 1% every single day. We just got to get better. We got to really zero in on what we want to accomplish and finally look ourselves in the mirror on December 31st, 2026 and be happy with the man we see in front of us because we followed through of what we said we do at the beginning of this year. So with that being said, I saw the first person that picked up the mic was Jack McPherson. I would love to hear what you have for your news resis.
I've got some resis, but I was going to update people on this little guy we love, Matt Malone. He just tweeted recently his New Year's resolution. I think we might have got under his skin while you guys were filming this, but he says 2026 is the year of hate. Hate watching, hate tweeting, giving up on day ones, preying on people's downfalls, never be the bigger person. Happy 2026.
Oh, that's toxic.
And when before, 30 minutes ago, he
that's
said...
an energy vampire right there.
And about 30 minutes ago, he was saying this is the year of respect. So something really changed. But I believe in him. I believe in him. The main thing is the main thing. Me and JP have really been trying to coach Matt up on tweeting more, and he's like, I don't know what to tweet. So just to see something on paper, that's a good start.
Yeah.
But you could also see it as a tough start.
It's a tough start, but it's a start. But yeah, my New Year's resolutions, I've got a couple. Not trying to break or reinvent the wheel. I like to stay hydrated. So it will be drink more water and drink less of everything else, whether that's beer, soda, whatever you want. I'm trying to limit my drinking intake. I feel like I'm on a good path right now over the last few months. I'm not gonna be the guy that's like, I'm going full sober, I'm doing dry January. Whether I go however long not drinking, that's fine with me. I don't want to put unrealistic expectations on anything so that you set yourself up for a failure. So drink more water, less of everything else. And then my second one would be say no to people or friends really with like plans and commitments that you don't feel like is going to value what you're trying to create or be in such a state of mind. So I want to learn to say no to people without worrying if they're going to be upset about it. And that's not like, something at the office where it's like, hey, I need you to do this. I'm like, no. It's more just like on a Friday night, hey, you want to come out, shoot some pool, have a couple of beers? No, I'm going to stay in. I'm going to hang out. Or maybe whatever it may be. So say no more, drink more water.
I love that. Okay. I love that. That's a fantastic. That's a clean take. That's a clean take to start off January. I like that a lot.
And hopefully those can parlay because we all want to throw in get jacked every single year. But I think
that's the kind of the God tier. We all want to just look great at the end of this year.
I think if I drink more water, less of everything else, continue to say no, I think that could fall in line with, just a more improvement, more everything. So that's where I'm at.
Getting jacked is like in Tron. It's like perfection. It's always right in front of you, but you can never fully achieve it.
Right.
So you just got to keep working towards it.
Yep.
Shout out Clue.
I like the vibe you're on too with less expectation and more just habit forming.
Yeah.
That's what I'm kind of like struggling. Like, man, do I want to put stuff down that's like, if I don't, this is the result I need to hit. If I do hit it or if I don't hit it, like my more so win or loss hangs on what I write down and more focusing more on like habit forming stuff. Like I know I would like to, it's like 50 grams of protein within an hour of waking up in the morning. Like having like like zone 2 cardio. I know that's like a big thing. Like work out, strength train 3 times a week. Cardio, like zone 2 cardio, get in 150 minutes per week. Like kind of go off of like a more of a per week basis than have like things hang on the breaking point of like day in and day out.
You get
if jacked. I don't hit it. Yeah, and then at the end of the year, you kind of see, hey, I would love to be less than 15% body fat, but I know if I rock with these habits over the expectation or the result of less than 15% body fat, I'm positive that like those results will come.
Right, delayed success.
Yeah. And I mess with you on the power of saying no. I mess with that. I feel like we did that a lot over the past year, but now Charles and I, we kind of sit there and we're like, we got to figure out more lanes like in our social world because all we feel like we do is work and parent.
Yeah.
Hey, that is a big one too. That goes part of the one of my resolutions is like kind of nurturing other relationships as well, other than just the Bussin, you boys, and then my family. Because it feels like all I do is work and then go home with my family. And I need to be better with my time management so that I can kind of narrow in who is my close circle of friends that I'm really going to go and make sure to be intentional about, hey, let's grab a cup of coffee. Let's go do X, Y, and Z. Not all the time, because I do love, the older I'm getting, I'm really just enjoying going home at the age of my kids and playing with them. But how do I I can see myself right now when my youngest is 18 years old, they kind of go off and I'm barreling down the path of like, I have nothing to do now. I have no friends really, because all I'm really focused on is this and them. And it's like, how do you kind of nurture, grow more relationships outside of like the workplace and
planning it?
Yeah.
It's like plan it out. Cause I feel like we say it all the time, but outside of like, whether it's planning trips with the family, we're not like planning some intentional time to be like social. Because your kids, like when you got little kids, bro, they just need so much. They need constantly all the time.
And in having that ability to be like, all right, we'll plan. One thing you had last year that I was like, man, I'm kind of fired up for that is once a quarter, once a month, whatever it is, like doing a game night or something like that. And that's kind of stuck with me is like, how do you just get a group of friends and you're just like, hey, once a month or once every other month, we're all going to get together and just do something, whether it's a game night, grabbing a dinner, just something simple. There doesn't have to be a whole lot of expectation on it, but like, let's make sure we're staying intentional about like 100%. Keeping us all together.
I'd like to introduce an idea to that I've been thinking of. I shared with Clump a few months ago. But I love this idea of reservation roulette. When in your friend group, a couple is in charge of either getting a reservation for the group, and all you know is the date. Everybody assigns the date. You find out where the reservation is the night of, where you show up. Or say if you and Charo, you guys book Taylor and Taylor a reservation to a restaurant that you love. They just have the day open. They don't know the restaurant until that day. Reservation.
Dog, I love that.
That's a fun,
I love that. That is awesome.
Because that is one when Charles and I like reflect on 2025. We're like, man, we failed at the once a quarter.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of things that I like followed through with. I felt good about getting jacked 2025. I feel like I was in a good path. Gout, man.
I was going to say gout came.
Gout came for me. I was on a great, I felt like I had, for the majority, I was like, you're really on top of your shit a little bit. The results in the mirror, you're not like in love with, but you like feel like, oh, I got better in 25.
Hey, silver lining though, I think probably for the first time in your adult life, there were some abs showing through because of gout.
Yeah, but hey, buddy, was that abs?
You had to sacrifice some white, green skin. And
hey, was that was that abs or was that my rib cage?
I don't know, man. All I know is you look skinnier.
Dog, we were sitting there in the green room of ESPN. This is what, like November 5, 6, whatever it was. And I'm like, dude, Jack, can I just ask, do I just like look incredibly thin to you? Because I've lost like 20 pounds. I'm feeling like prey right now. He's like, no, you honestly, you kind of look the same. Take my shirt off. He goes, I can see it. I can see it. It's like, this is the first time in my life I've seen your rib cage. And I was like, dude. I was like that right then and there. I was like, that's exactly what I needed to be like, you've got to figure out your health, which brings me into my resolution. It's not get jacked, obviously, is that North Star where you just stare at it and you're like, how do I achieve this? But for me, it's total health and wellness. Like aside from obviously growing Bussin With The Boys and my family as my top 2 priorities of 2026, it's where do I just become extremely healthy, like a healthy person that doesn't allow myself to slip up in certain areas. Because this gout thing, dude, I'm telling you, it was the worst experience of my life as far from a health standpoint. And even this weekend, dude, like I was a bit of a naughty boy, like in the holiday season when it was like Thanksgiving and Christmas. And once I got off of it, 5, 6, 7, 8 days later when I was eating kind of healthy, it kind of started to, I felt my toe was a little sore, and I'm like, this can't be it. Where I'm having PTSD, I'm freaking out a little bit. Luckily, I had the pantry. It was this weekend, dude, where I'm like, I really got to make sure this does not happen. My ankle started to get a little swollen, and I'm like, bro, I can't do this shit again.
Drop it off, bro.
Bro, I'm thinking about it. Yeah. Might just go stubs. But being healthy is one of my big ones for me. Truly, just how do I get this body functioning and stay ahead of the chains of life?
And just having like a good relationship with health.
Yeah, good relationship. Exactly. My other resolution is probably my bigger one this year is being more charitable. Like, how can I invest more in my community? I think we've all, like, I'm very lucky with the job we've had and the 2 jobs that I've really had in my life. I feel really blessed and lucky to have those things. And this thing like Beeman, where we're taking all the ticket sales for Zanies, and I see people on the side of the road with a sign in their hand. You kind of pull out your wallet and you give them whatever you got. I was like, dude, I should really be much more intentional about like giving to a charity and helping my community around me that I might have let that get away from me when I was playing football. Cause you're in the mindset of like self-preservation at all times, even though you're making good money. It's like, how do I make this last forever? And now it's like, how do I kind of give back to not just Nashville, but the greater good of the world? That is my number one resi going into 2026.
I think a good one for Bussin too, just like as our whole crew. I know we've done some stuff. You guys went to Vanderbilt, but I think there's a lot of opportunity for us to get out in Nashville and just do something with the community, whether it's actually serving or going and like playing with, underprivileged youth, stuff like that. I feel like we have enough guys here that we can make something really fun that's impactful. And I know it means a lot to guys who grew up here and who everyone calls home. So I think that's a good one for the Bussin.
Again, just the examples of the Jarod Beeman and then going to the Vanderbilt Children's Hospital. It's like you kind of have those moments of like, man, we should take time to think about how we can, because you see what the impact is able to do. Like when these opportunities come up and we do things. Because I've never been like tied to a specific charity or a certain charity. Usually it comes up if somebody, if it's that time of year, somebody wants to raise money, whether it's donating to the church my mom was at, Meals on Wheels with my grandpa, donating to baseball teams. When people hit us up like, hey, would you like to donate? We usually donate. Yep. But just having more of a like making that a priority, I think that would be sick.
Yeah. And the fans too, like being able to give back to them and have opportunities to win merch, win money. I feel like that's fun for everybody kind of get involved with, where we can just kind of give. We're in that position now. Yeah. Which would be great. Yeah. Community, baby. Gotta love it. What else are we thinking back there, boys?
Mine, to kind of go along with Jack brought up Matt. One of my New Year's resolutions is to tweet 365 times this year. It is the 5th day of the year, and I have tweeted 0 times. So, but I need to get better at tweeting, given that is our job. That's another one of my resolutions, which is kind of newer.
We're ripping past that one.
Yeah, because that's just it needs to be done.
Right. Hey, real quick, how many times we hit Broadway this past year?
I think I was over 12, but less than 20.
Okay.
Right. I think but like the last like 3 or 4 months, like really since football started, I think I've gone twice. But like the summer, it was a good.
So at the end of the summer, you're like, damn, I kind of broke my rule.
Yeah. You made it 6 months, 5 months.
No, I made it until August. 8 months.
Okay. 8 months.
Did you go a couple weekends ago?
Yeah,
all good. Didn't hit it. All good.
Yeah, didn't hit it.
New year, new you.
New year, new me. Going along with that, this is a new resolution that I kind of came up with maybe an hour ago. Not be so much of an energy vampire.
Oh. Where'd you get that?
There's been some rumblings going on around that I can be a fun sucker or an energy sucker.
No.
So I think I just need to change my attitude when it comes to like, hey, this is what we need, and just kind of improve my bedside manner.
There we go.
Oh wow.
Okay, Mitch.
And the final one.
Tweet more, better bedside manner.
And the final one is just kind of like get all my financials like automated and everything, so I'm making money while I sleep.
Ooh.
I would love to like by the end of the year kind of
Be a millionaire.
Be in the market for a house, but that's very, very lofty. But yeah, just get everything automated and whatnot.
Any dietary goals? We want to implement more fruits, veggies, meats.
Honestly,
protein.
You got that cast iron pan.
I
now.
do have I think now that I'm living with Brooke, it'll kind of be that'll come along. But I would like to get back into like smoothies or like overnight oats type deal, and just kind of just easy things.
I like it.
Yeah.
Just got to start small.
You got to make it attractive.
Yes.
Pack a lunch.
I do pack. I packed a lunch today.
Okay, all right, good. My bad.
No, I think that for Mitch it might be the opposite. Go get lunch.
Got you.
But yeah, because my pack of
Put
lunch
yourself in a
is
position to get a house by the end of the year, but also go buy lunch out more.
Uber Eats.
just
fees.
be like. I mean, I'm getting like PB. I have a PB&J today. Like
Yeah,
that. Like,
of course you do.
but that's just who I am. You can't. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel.
Right.
Can't
I
reinvent
get
the
it.
wheel.
Can't do it. Can't do it. I love it. Shirley, baby?
Sherm, do you have any?
I do. Last year's was to make mornings, to conquer my mornings. I feel like it was a little bit of, I don't know, that I was cheating myself because obviously with the newborn coming into the picture, that was like that has to happen. That's not just like I'll choose to do that. So this year, I'm trying to make a very tangible goal that in order to succeed that goal, there's got to be a lot of positive changes. It's ambitious and auspicious. Auspicious is anything leading towards success.
That might be word of the year.
Thank you.
So far.
I want to run a 60-second or below 400-meter dash in 2026.
Let's go. That's a fun one. That's a great one.
Mic drop.
That is
Mic
my
drop.
goal. That's it.
6 second or below 40 meter.
60 second,
60-second.
400 meter.
Okay, sorry.
Lap.
Yeah,
I
one lap.
missed a zero. My fault.
60
Nice.
seconds or faster.
Okay.
Gotta
Love
do
that.
it before December 31st.
Do we want to do a baseline test here soon to see where we're at?
Absolutely, we
I'd
can.
love to come and be out there. I'll film it for you, whatever.
The only thing that I'm worried about with the baseline is I need to like stretch for a week.
You don't want to pull a hammy first month of the year.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking we do that today. Gotta get a baseline.
Hey, why?
It's a beautiful day.
Hey,
baseline
why
is like
not?
baseline is like where are you right now? Right. So if you have to go a little slower.
So today we gotta do it quick though because I gotta pick up Scarlett at 4:30, so it's gotta be right after this. But we could do it today.
Something to think about this week.
Yeah, this week.
This week.
But that's it.
One more news resolution for me: gamble more. Onward. What is yours, JP?
Responsibly.
Gamble more responsibly.
Mine.
Comma. Also, that note: I'll be in Vegas this weekend, and 2 weeks later, we'll be in Vegas again for the first UFC for Paramount Plus. Onward, JP. What you got?
Hey, you're on track.
On track.
You're on track. Mine'll be quick. Yeah, on the same line of Sherm, I hate running. This year, my goal, I'm keeping it small. 1 mile a week, I'm going to run. 1 mile a week. Because every other year, I always fall short of it. And I can do 1 mile. Did one yesterday. 1 book a month. Taylor and I were talking. I started this book for January because it's a long book. You know, you got to work the rust off of reading. Started it a little bit into December. So I'm already about a quarter of the way through.
There you go.
1 book a month. And then I'm trying to think. I feel like those were my 2 biggest ones. I have a lot of goals for Make It to Midnight, but those aren't on the personal side. But yeah, reading, running, getting jacked. Not arithmetic.
Those are all the big ones, man.
Yeah,
It is.
the reading portion. I'm in a crazy good position with the book reading because Wynn's big into reading right now. We're knocking out books left and right, brother. We're reading A Wolf Called Wonder right now.
Does that count?
Buddy.
Bedtime
100
reading.
books on the year.
Yeah, we're reading a chapter a night, and them bitches are like 10, 15 pages each. You know how your boy reads sometimes. It's like, oof.
I forgot
So-
one of mine is to write more also, and I got this awesome book it's like a 5-year journal, but it's 1 line a day for 5 years. So on the page it says January 1st, and then it has a 20 you fill in 2026, and there's like 3 lines that you can write on. So it's just I'm pretty much writing down whatever happened in that day, or if I have any kind of random thought, but it takes 30 seconds. And it's, once you get started writing, the first thing in my head the past 3 days has been like, oh, I kind of want to write more. So then I open up my actual journal and I write more of my thoughts. So I think that book of 1 line a day could be a game changer.
Yeah, I really like that move because I battle every year with wanting to write more.
Dude, 1 line a day. I need
because I'll sit down. It's
you.
Almost like I want to go through a thought that's in my head, but I know it's going to take time. Yeah, and I just don't I just don't sit there. I don't like burn the boats in my head to think I'm going to sit down and do this.
Yeah. Yep. G.
I feel like the theme going on for most of them is very on par, but it's the setting expectation that is just not achievable, or is achievable, but by doing the micro goals, then you obviously will eventually work your way towards that. So mine is definitely being okay with doing the little things that will eventually get you to whatever you're trying to reach. I don't have exactly what those are, but it's just day to day, truly taking it one day at a time. A big one is going to be kinder to myself. I think that just goes along with kind of what Jack's saying, like be comfortable saying no to things because it's something that you want to do. I think everyone gets caught up in like if I don't go, people are going to think that, whatever it is. Be comfortable with yourself, be kinder to yourself. And then my biggest one is going to be try to go to bed earlier. It's very hard with Call of Duty. So that just means I got to play earlier. But yeah, go to bed earlier and be kinder to myself.
What time for bed?
We don't,
Hey, earlier
than the day before.
Buddy, if there's one thing my wife and I are not aligned on, it's bedtime. She loves to stay up late, watch a million shows. She loves it. She's about it. I would go to sleep at 8:30 every single night if she let me.
See, if I'm not playing Call of Duty, like if I'm not doing that, I'm on my phone. I don't watch anything because my attention span is fucked. So that's why I'm like, just go to bed, because all I'm doing is doom scrolling, and that's horrible for you. You end up seeing weird trends with Grok.
Yeah.
So we got to get out of there.
Gotta get out of there.
But so that's why I'm kind of like, if I can go to bed earlier, hopefully that eliminates dumb time on my phone, not really watching anything. Like I put Stranger Things on. I watched 5 minutes and then I looked up, I was on my phone. It's like, what are you doing? So trying to minimize where my attention is, I guess.
Yeah. I'm with you on the going to bed early, because it's just tough. I goon with the boys. Stay up like last night. I was kind of scanning through Landman, which by the way, Landman. Anybody who watches Landman, it's falling off for me right now.
Yeah,
Mid, man.
Seems the common theme with Sheridan, to be honest.
Dude, and that is what I'm sitting there thinking. I'm like, this dude is doing this to us again. Like it's becoming a snooze fest. Like showing old people homes and side relationships.
Good writer.
I want oil and war, bro.
Yeah.
I want oil and war.
That bums me out because I think I watched the first 2 episodes and I'm way behind right now. And I even brought up to Taylor last night. I was like, hey, if we're going to watch it, let's watch Landman and get kind of back on track. But then I see your tweet and I'm like, do I just dip on the situation? I'm kind of going to sit by you.
I won't be surprised if people just start falling off, just getting off the train. If they have another episode like that, I'm telling you, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good.
Have you talked Stranger Things?
Hold on, Clump's got to go.
Yeah.
We talked in the last episode. I obviously want to try to lose some weight, get in shape, playing Mitch's flag football league. I think that'd be a lot of fun. One big one for me is I can say this now, but my wife and I are having another baby, so that's exciting.
Oh yeah, Clump!
There you go, Clumpy!
So
okay, Daddy.
Quote graphic. I want to make sure that I know my wife. She like crushes it, but I want her to know like she has my help when I'm home and stuff. So when I'm home, change diapers, bottles, try to be as present as I can when I'm home, which I obviously am, but I want her to feel like she's not the only person taking care of the kids, which she does right now. She's great. She's a rock star. And then kind of going off that, this is a new one, but you boys know that JJ was supposed to play football. Some health stuff came up, kind of stinks, but he did get cleared that he can play flag football. So we signed him up for the spring, and I want to put so much energy into making him love football and having fun and teaching him how to play and have him be like in love with football as much as I am. Yeah, and be a fucking. Dan Lanning's already reached out, but I said it's a little early to recruit. But
that's fair. That's fair.
I want JJ to love football, and if he doesn't, hey, he doesn't. But I'm gonna at least give every effort I can to make JJ learn and love the game of football. So
I love it
because I think he's gonna be a stud.
He's a tank. Yeah, one little tip for you for JJ if you want him to love football, maybe don't turn on the Philadelphia Eagles film. A little bit of a snooze. Like you want to have some exciting ball in place, am I right?
Yeah, that's
probably the Rams. Rams is like one of those high-flying 49ers, another high-flying Drake May, the Patriots, Bills.
I'm gonna regret saying this.
Jacksonville.
The sneaky
100% gonna regret saying this, but we went to Cracker Barrel for breakfast, JJ's favorite this weekend, and we were talking about how Oregon's playing in the playoffs, and there was Tennessee gear there, and he's like, "No, I'm a Tennessee fan." And JJ went up and grabbed this Tennessee jersey. I'm like, God damn it, Jack. What is Jack doing getting in his head?
Clubs acts like he's been a fan of Oregon his whole life.
But I just know. I think it's awesome that I want him to have fandom for real. So that'll be fun. So.
Welcome to hell.
Yeah. Welcome to hell indeed, dude. The battle with kids and fandom is tough. Like my kids love Michigan, but they get, they learned about the Washington Huskies and they're like, I kind of like the mascot. Like my kids are Carolina Panther fans because of Sir Purr. That's it. That's the only reason.
Sir Purr does rip.
Hey, playoff team.
Damn. Yeah, playoff team. Whatever. So we got to put them on the Titans. Hey guys, this is the team.
Welcome to hell.
Yeah, welcome to hell 2.0.
All right, we got Rezzies in.
Yeah.
Feel good about it?
Yeah.
Again,
and just for people who don't have Rezzies yet, I'm kind of still in that same pocket. I feel like I have to get really clear before I feel comfortable kind of saying what these resolutions are going to be. But, hey, boys, to a new year, to growth, and becoming a better version of ourselves.
Whatever term said was.
Yeah, what was it? Say it again. Auspicious.
Auspicious. I love it, dude. Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt this episode to bring you Rose Sparks. Rose Sparks are a 2-in-1 prescription treatment for guys who need a secret weapon against softness. Rose Sparks give guys bigger, thicker, longer erections because they get fuller. After Rose Sparks dissolve, they work in about 15 minutes on average. If prescribed, new sexual health patients get $15 off their first order of Sparks on a recurring plan. Connect with the provider at ro.co/bussin to find out if prescription Rose Sparks are right for you. That's ro.co/bussin for $15 off your first order. We're also brought to you by Neutral. Have you tried Neutral? If not, you are missing out. Neutral is so much better than any other seltzer I've tried. It's made with real vodka and real juice. That's what makes it delicious. They come in a variety of flavors. This year's changed, but my favorites are still pineapple and lime. Neutral is a perfect drink to bring when you're hanging with friends. It is a crowd pleaser. Maybe the people are being some energy vampires out there. All of a sudden, someone pops up with a nice 12-pack of Neutral. Vibes are up, boys. Neutral, let's keep it tasty. One thing over the weekend, did you guys see somebody challenged Mr. Beast, or maybe just put out a little tweet about Mr. Beast, his next YouTube video being like funding one of these like G5 or a smaller Power 4, Power 5 school and just giving them $100 million, $50 million and saying like, hey, can I turn this smaller school into a powerhouse national championship team? Do we love the idea?
This shit's just a game.
Hate it.
Why do you hate it?
A part of me likes it, but it's just
keep YouTubers out of football, dude.
If Mr. B said, I'm going to make Nebraska a national championship contender right now, you would be like, fuck yeah, Mr. B.
What if it fails?
It won't. There's no way it's gonna fail.
Buddy, it would fail.
If he put $100 million into a college football roster,
Ohio State.
They put in 40 and won a natty.
They lost this year.
Texas Tech just put in however much they did, and they got.
Texas Tech only did 25.
Yeah, you got to get the right guys. 100 mil. You make it impossible. You pay every 5-star $5+ million.
Clump's so obsessed with 5 stars, man.
I don't know. I don't know what my thought is on why I hate it. I feel like it's just a move that just creates more of, I guess, creates it into more of like some reality game that everybody can participate in. Not everybody, but I don't know. I don't know what my full thought is. But my initial feeling is hate it.
Right. Why do you hate it though? Because that's a possibility in college football. Like the way Mr. Beast, if you want to make that video, that is a real possibility. If he was like, you know what, I am going to give $100 million to this logo right here, ECU, and make them a powerhouse. In order for college football to go forward, something like this might have to happen in order to correct itself so we can get college football back to where it needs to go. So personally, I love it. It needs to go with timeline structure, salary capped, kind of more of a NFL structure when it comes to like, hey, we can't just have $1 billion like thrown at these kids 24/7. I'm all about kids getting paid. But when it's like, you have these handful of teams that can pay players, $40, $50, $60 million on one roster. And then there's a bunch of, other schools that can't do that. It's like now you're uneven. The playing field is much more uneven than it used to be. That's why you see all this weird SEC and Big Ten and then everybody else kind of vibe.
Yeah. So you want it to happen so universally it'd be seen as, look how ridiculous
look what's happened here. Because there needs to be more structure taking place. Because I think in 10 years or so, there's going to be a Netflix documentary of like the Wild West of how the NIL was. And there needs to be something similar to these 2 G5 teams making the playoffs this year. It's like, okay, if the 2 G5 teams didn't get in, maybe this same structure takes place. And I think there's more of a pressing issue now for something to get done to where we have more of a competitive 12-team playoff going into next year. And then timing, when does that happen? When does the season end? Without these 2 G5 teams, maybe we're still looking over it until like catastrophic type things happen. So you kind of need it. You don't need something maybe this dramatic, but I love the idea of Mr. Beast, the number one YouTuber the last, 5 years in a row, 6 years in a row. I love the idea of him trying to take something out of his own wheelhouse, coming into our wheelhouse and just having fun with it.
Showing us how stupid we look.
Look how dumb you guys are. Like, you guys are a football podcast, yet you can't do this. Like, imagine
that's why I hate it. That's why we got to defend it.
No, man.
Things I'm looking forward to with the Mr. Beast thing is, one, the thumbnail on the video is going to go crazy. Two, just the entire apparatus of streamers and YouTubers all adopting in. Like, I Show Speed's going to want to be a wide receiver on the team. Mm-hmm. You're going to have all these personalities that want their hand in the cookie jar. It will be the wildest circus / car crash to get to witness.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
And imagine he put $100 million in, you get all the best players, and they lose one game. Like, who's the team that's taking them out?
Taking the game I love, man. Let's turn it into a circus for a year. So then we can learn from
it's a circus until all of a sudden the Nebraska end comes up. He's like, that Mr. Beast guy's got a point. He kind of Holgerson. We got something might happen over here now.
Come the Lincoln Beast.
Come on.
Ain't nobody gonna turn Nebraska into a reality show, man. Not my Huskers.
Not under my watch.
You have.
Turn Nebraska into a reality show?
Yeah. You turn it into like this thing. That's a good thing. You've shined such a light on them that it is really a reality show. The Rayola, and we got Rule. He's got a podcast. Like, Nebraska's becoming more and more reality show every single year. This isn't Nebraska Midwest sitting in the background anymore.
Hanging out of Will's neck.
No, but am I wrong? And it's not a shot.
Y'all don't have a reality show going on in your place?
From the sense I'm taking it as
66-year-old Kyle Whittingham. We got culture.
So the reality show just ended in Michigan?
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to keep, don't try to make this thing a joke. You saying I'm making my school a joke?
No. You think reality TV is different than I do. I think it's like, hey, Will's shining a light on a school that if there was not a Will Compton, there's not a whole lot of thought taking place when it comes to Nebraska. They're brushed over much more if it wasn't for Will Compton raising the tide so the boats can lift a little higher.
And Nebraska's got a brand on their own, bro.
You're right.
We're topping baseball, topping volleyball, topping basketball right now, topping wrestling, topping bowling.
I got you.
Football's a little bit of the anchor right now in Nebraska.
Yeah, no doubt. Dragging it down.
To build.
And you need
one day at a time.
Right. That's why we need to make a little bit of a spectacle out of it to make sure we get this team into a Big Ten championship. JP, years and years go by. One thing doesn't change. This man loves the poke and press, and you know what you're doing too.
You said it.
You know what you're doing because I'm sitting here going like, "Hey,
you did say it."
I said it, but he
you've kind of done that on your own. I'm like, no.
I say that, and those words, that little backdraft peanut gallery thing doesn't happen. You're understanding that I'm giving you a compliment. JP be like, "Oh, that's crazy." Now your Will Compton brain is like, goes back to
don't tell me
Taylor
what my
trying to
brain's
get me.
doing.
That is also crazy.
You're trying to use JP to say, "Hey, here's how you manipulate Will's brain."
You can't come up with it on your own.
Yeah, you're right. Look at you, JP. And this is puppeteering at its finest, dude. Man.
You said spectacle, not me, man.
I said reality TV. He said, "You trying to turn us into a spectacle?" I say, "Bro, we kind of need a spectacle in Nebraska."
You said without Will, Nebraska doesn't have a brand.
I have clearly said I support Nebraska. Clearly, I had to swivel my chair on this man about a month ago. All right,
Damn, this Will.
and I've supported, no matter what. I'm saying extracurricular things need to happen so that Block N can become more relevant in this world of NIL that we live in. And thank God, Will Compton, co-host of Bussin With The Boys, is waving that flag. I'm the bad guy for that?
Pull up the schedule.
We'll donate Jared's comedy money.
No, hey, that's a New Year's resi. That's a New Year's resi.
Trust Taylor more?
No. That's a New Year's resi. Is pushing the break on
Push the schedule
on
release or the
schedule release.
prediction.
Yeah.
expectation.
You got to get through
expectation.
You got to get through the transfer portal before you can have any idea of what's going to happen with your school.
I'm not going to have like expectation.
This a week by week year.
This a week by week. Like I'm thinking to myself, I need to get out there for a week and be in the trenches with the boys, learn a little bit more, not just be out here talking about the expectations and everything else. So I'm holding myself accountable by not getting out there and doing the whole schedule thing. We're going to go undefeated.
You're going to know exactly where this team stands at the end of that week.
It's every week is going to be, we're going to start 0-0.
Every day, honestly.
Yeah, every day it's about
this
going
might
1-0.
be the biggest thing to happen in 26. Not just, hey, we're 10-2, we're 10, like you're every week getting after it. What are we going to be this week? Last week's don't matter. I love the idea.
Thank you.
It's awesome. He still thinks I'm trying to get him.
It's just the way you're saying
his
it.
brain is still trying to find ways to be defensive.
No, it's not.
All right, onward.
You're the one assuming and talking right now.
You're right. Let's see what else we
Shout out.
Oh, we got shout out, no free shout out, dude. Shout out, no free shout out. Bringing it back early in the year, huh? First one of the year. Anybody got a shout out, no free shout out they want to kind of break down?
Shout
for
out,
us?
no free shout out the Nebraska basketball team. 14-0, first time in our program's history. Best start we've ever had to a season is 10-0. So each time we get a dub, we're rewriting history.
I love
But shout
that.
out the Nebraska basketball team.
I love that, dude.
Shout out, no free shout out to the White Elephant Christmas gift exchange that we did.
Yes.
That was all time. There was so many highs, so many lows. It was a great vibe for the whole team.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That game, dude.
A pet
being able
peeve
to-
of mine
Go ahead.
was Clump's gift.
Oh, bro, you
Getting
are
a
right.
Kirkland steak, thinking he's bringing in something extravagant.
Yeah,
And
and
he's
then
like,
while
oh,
they're opening the gift, I'm gonna need that back. I'm gonna need that back.
it's in like 8 different containers before you even get to the gift, and then somebody yanks out a Kirkland steak. It's like, Clump, bro, come on. If you want to give the guys experience, like get them right.
Yeah,
Get them right for real. Because
Right.
he could fool the cats who are in the early 20s, be like, oh yeah, a ribeye steak. It's like,
Ribeye.
Clump, we go to the same spots, man.
yeah. And the young cats are thinking to themselves, well, they just know that ribeye is a good cut of meat.
Yeah.
That's all they really know.
Yeah.
When there's a billion butcher shops that you can go to around here and just grab yourself a tomahawk for probably the same price. Clump.
Yeah, I'll be better next year. I'm already thinking of gifts for next year, but there is one thing. I'm about to leave on Friday, and I'm like, man, the fridge kind of smells. What is that? I open up the fridge. Those fucking steaks are still sitting there.
They're still there right now.
I call Chef. I'm like, hey, Chef. He's like, just take them home. I can't come back to get them. They're going to go bad. I take them home. They were bad. So no one even ate the damn steaks to make it even worse.
That
man.
is, bro.
Man.
I texted Chef. I said, if I would have, what's it called? Smoking Oaks? If I would have went to Smoking Oaks, it probably still would have been good till the weekend. But
Probably.
Gift cards never die.
Franklin Farmers Market's got some good picks down there.
I think we had to have the widest range of gifts of any white elephant ever. It went from a cold tub to Kirkland steaks to a phone cleaner to a meat dehydrator
To a machete.
to a machete and to a Playboy that Delaney was just set on. Hey, Delaney said 3 times, hey, gee, that's a classic.
Well, I think one of the most overlooked presents we saw was a plastic Mountain Dew cup and a size large Blink-182 t-shirt that would literally fit nobody in the office.
It was metal.
Bad white elephant gifts. Pet peeve.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. When I picked this out, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm kind of fired up about this. It's not like the biggest gift, but like I saw that mug in Spencer's, and I'm like, this rips. And then I was in the t-shirt wall, and I saw the Blink-182. I'm like, all they have is like a 4X. Like
That would have worked. Do you know those things shrink?
I know, but like it was the classic Blink-182 album. And I'm like, Taylor's gonna love
Enema of
this.
the
Dude,
State,
I'm cutting a clip.
Mitch was fired
Got
up.
the large
He was fired
Before
up.
White Elephant started, he's like, I did pretty good.
And
I was fired up about
Then when
it.
that large T-shirt got held up, it's like,
And I was,
And Mitch looks at me and goes, I thought you would have liked that. I was like, yeah, if it was my size. What are you talking about?
dude,
I think that thing before the wash is a crop top. I got my belly button showing
and the
out
fact
of that
that he's
thing.
thinking of you too, that
Like-
you just all of a sudden like, bro, look at the size of this shirt. What am I gonna do with
like
this?
I'm gonna purge myself for 15 days just so I can fit into that shirt. It's
You
crazy.
lost 20 pounds a couple months ago. From,
Yeah, and I still wouldn't fit into a large, dude.
Yes, you would.
Bro, this rib cage is different.
It's
Yeah,
the thought
thick
that
rib
counts.
cage.
dude, I'm cutting the clip right now because Bussins is going out tonight, and it's like just a clip of every single gift being opened or stolen. And when Clay opens the Mountain Dew cup, he's holding it up, and somebody in the back is like, "Oh!" And he just panned over to Mitch, and Mitch is like, he felt it. He was like, "I just had to hit her,
man. That was
just to
my
hand
God.
up."
Hey, I got Will's camcorder. What is this thing called?
The
Camera?
Camp Snap 8.
How's it been
Yeah.
going?
Dude, kids are loving it. They're doing like an outdoors TV show right now. They're out there in the woods doing their thing. It's so much
Outdoor
fun.
boys.
That's
They
awesome.
love it.
I was so pissed.
Mitch
about
is
that.
still so pissed. A bunch of kids are having fun.
Buddy, you got to play chess in the white elephant. Like
Bro,
you
it's
got
just
to
to
always
just
stay
pick
with
a
some equity.
present, bro. It's not that deep.
Huh? What do you say?
He said it's not
Just
that
pick
deep.
a present, bro. It's not that deep.
He said you were being like equity, like all this bullcrap
Yeah,
stuff.
that's the fun part of white elephant.
Hey, Taylor was talking about you got to get equity in some of these.
Yeah, I'm
games.
thinking
Yeah,
ahead
oh,
of the
yeah,
game.
bro.
No, it's like, bro, just pick a present.
Oh,
I
my
wanted
bad.
that
I know the
camera
energy was
so
getting sucked
bad.
out like a vampire in this bus right now. All I'm saying is, dude, it's fun to play the game. Look on people's faces when you snatch that shit away from
Yeah, I
them.
was
Yours,
pissed.
yeah,
I was pissed.
hell yeah.
Like, this motherfucker's not even gonna use this.
Dapped him up too after. Hey, you pretty pissed about that? He goes, yeah, I'm tight about it. But all right, cool. See ya, dude.
No,
Chill
no.
with my kids.
After it was over, it's like, damn, you really wanted that camera. I was like, yeah, I did. He's like, that sucks, dude. Just walked away. I'm like, motherfucker.
Gotta know how to play the game, man. Gotta know how to play the game.
I just have a shout out. If we're still doing shout outs?
Yeah, we can do shout outs.
Shout out, pet peeve, whatever, bro.
Mine's a shout out. Now that holiday season is officially over, and I love the holiday season. I love Thanksgiving and Christmas, New Year's. There is also a time where you need to take down your holiday decorations. Whatever day that is for you and your family, it doesn't, as long as it's before January ends, sure. I think if it's the tail end of January, that's too much. But shout out to once you get your house back to like a sense of normalcy. I took down all my holiday decorations, my tree and everything, and got just my house back to square one. And the feeling once everything's swept up and cleaned and you got all the things back in boxes and stored, there's some good fresh start feeling that kind of comes with that. Also with like the New Year's, I think it mixes in, but shout out to once you get your house just back to square one. And I like that. And it felt good doing it myself. So I know you guys have wives and stuff, and not that that's like, has to be a wife duty. It does seem like the wives typically, are you taking your holiday decorations down?
No, I believe in blue jobs and pink jobs. No, keep going, Bob.
But yeah, shout out to once you get everything packed away and you can kind of start the new year, get ready, get active, push forward to, I guess the next one's Valentine's Day. So, but MLK Day, of course. Yeah. Well, actually, January 6th.
Moneyline King. Yeah, actually. Yeah, the New Year really doesn't start until those Christmas decorations are down.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, so really, a lot of people are still living in 2025 right now.
What's the absolute max amount of time post New Year's that you will allow your decorations to stay up?
God, I bounce back and forth on that, man.
Yeah.
Mine's more. You got to have them down by February.
So is y'all's tree still up? And
Yeah, but we're moving this month.
oh yeah,
so it'll be down.
Congratulations.
Yeah. That's
When's
good, that's
when's the team housewarming party
We'll
or
talk
beer
about
Olympics?
it. We'll talk about it.
So you want to do more things, man?
No, I know, but we still got to get set up.
Classic Will. No, you got to party in it before.
good. Yeah, a vacant
I know.
house.
Cold plunge in the pool.
Yeah, murder
the call.
mystery party in there.
Yes,
Keep
I've
it open.
already thought about the murder mystery.
Let's
happening at the
fucking
house.
go, dude. Yeah, werewolf.
Got the cold plunge coming, getting shipped to the house.
When is final
The
move out
week
date?
of January 19th.
Oh, so 2 weeks.
I drove on Will Street. That thing, nice, man.
Oh, you went over there?
I did. I mean, there was only 2 houses under construction, and they were both awesome. And I had an idea which one it might have been. And I mean, I went down this way. I was like, let me make sure. Came back again. It's a double take house.
Ooh, that's nice.
Fired up.
That's gotta feel good.
It does. It does.
Will's moving a little bit different in 2026, dude.
Willie C get a little motion.
Trying to buy his old house from 2 houses ago, and he said no.
It's rented right now, bro.
Pet peeve. When I get on this Uber Eats or this Postmates thing and you hit the priority and it's like a good 20, 30 minutes difference between priority and the regular, and then it comes at the time the regular in the box when the regular said, it's like, yo, am I getting a refund then for paying for that priority? That shit pisses me off,
They've
dude.
been...
That's a great pet peeve.
Thank you. That's a clean take on my pet peeve.
I've been noticing the optics. They get this wide range of priority, and it chaps my ass, too.
Chaps.
You can get a refund for that stuff. I don't know if you're going to go through the trouble of doing so, but
That's
if it
the
shows
problem,
up at the
man.
same time, go on there, report an issue, and you can say that your priority delivery was delivered at the wrong time.
100%.
And they'll give you like, $6 back or something. I don't know if that's in your wheelhouse or if it's more just we want to be frustrated. Because
accountability and justice is always worth it.
Yeah.
100%.
That's why I keep things in my own hands. I never leave it up to them.
So you go out and get your food every time?
Yeah.
JP's been that way for years.
He's got a good rule.
Yeah.
He
What's
does-
the rule?
If I'm gonna, what is my rule?
If you're gonna order delivery, like you have to get out of the house to go get it.
Right.
Ordering food.
Yeah, if you order it, you got to go pick it up. Because if I'm lazy enough not to make my food, I ought to be able to go out there and go pick it up at least.
That's what the rule was.
Yeah,
It's
That's
a good principle
rule.
to stand on.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
Another
like, what
key-
is it?
Yeah, hang on. I got a lot of rules and principles, man.
Got to write a book.
Yeah, I got to write a book. Maybe that's another New Year's goal. Write a book.
Shout outs, pet peeves.
I got a little shout out, no free shout out. To the people that, and now some people were saying that this was illegal. I didn't know that. But shout out, no free shout out to the people that give you the little flash of the brights, letting you know a cop's up ahead.
Ooh.
That's
yeah.
a big one. And the second one, flash the brights to let you know, hey, your headlights are off, dude. Turn those on.
That could be scary though. Have you guys ever heard the conspiracy? Don't know if it's true or not. If the car has their lights out and you flash them, there's some like gangs that like if you flash it, you have to kill that person, and like it's a gang initiation thing. That car now has to kill you. So I kind of don't do
Jesus
it anymore.
Christ.
I have heard that.
Maybe in some parts
yeah.
of the world.
Not in Nashville, not my city.
My gang didn't do that.
Yeah.
We didn't do that.
Yeah.
We brought that up one time on the podcast before, and all the comments was like, what type of white person shit is this? No, that's not real. I was like,
Yeah, I fell for it.
No, I fell for it too.
And I probably will still continue to fall for it.
Right. I'll tell you, you'll think twice. All of us will think twice. Next time we're driving, we see a car with no headlights on. We'll probably be like, let that one ride.
Yeah.
All good.
Do you flash them or do you hit the on off?
Yeah,
Just like the high beam.
See, that's why y'all are getting killed. You got to hit them with the on off when your lights are off. You let them know, hey, your shit's off. Turn them on. That's why y'all are.
Game right there, boys.
You're off. Get back on.
Yeah.
I like that.
I also
I
do
like
love when I like see someone and I pull up next to them. I'll always be like, "Hey, roll your window down." And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Your lights are off." And they're like, "All right, appreciate it." I'm like, "Just did my duty.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm out.
Hell yeah.
Not getting killed today."
Yeah, there's definitely a karma effect when you kind of let somebody go in front of you, let them merge, everyone's pressing them out. Just do a little something on the road. It makes you feel good about yourself when it all gets done.
Absolutely.
Shout out, no free shout out. I don't know if you guys seen it. We haven't really talked about it on the bus yet, but I got a new truck. Got a new truck, courtesy of liftedtrucks.com. And listen, dude, I'm a guy with my truck. I like to have a little custom something on it, right? Whether it's a leveling kit, some nice mini tires, a little space going there, so we have a nice little ground feel, a little foundational feel on that thing. I get connected with this dude named Dustin, who's part of liftedtrucks.com. We on the phone. He's like, hey, if you want to do a little X, Y, and Z, let us know what kind of truck and what you want on it. I end up going with the truck that I got, and I was like, I would love for these specific things to get done. They pull one of these boys stock out of nowhere within 10 days. 10. Anybody who's ever gotten something done with trucks, you know it takes like a month at least sometimes. Mm-hmm. Within 10 days, they had this thing dialed up to the T, exactly what I asked for, shipped it over to the Nashville location. Your boy was riding nice for a minute. Because as I get older, as my gout starts to take over my body and I realize, hey, you're not going to live forever, something about like not a luxury, but like a comfortable ride in a vehicle is starting to speak to me a little bit more than, hey, let's retro car. Let's not have maybe the AC doesn't work sometimes. You're breaking down. You're running out of gas because your little deal doesn't work. It's getting a little old to your boy. So I feel my age is kind of getting up a little bit. So it's nice to be in a modern vehicle as of late.
I'm trying to hear them subs bang,
buddy, and they do rip too. I get in the kids with my car, and they're like, "Let's hear it." We want to hear it go boom. So I put a little K-pop Demon Hunter on. Hey, how it's done, and that thing blares. My kids are bouncing in the backseat, dude. How it's done. I'm like 07, dude. Put on a little Lil Wayne, crank that shit up to 10. I'm in there just perfect. Eardrums just fucking ringing when I get out of that truck sometimes. Yeah, you dig.
That was the banger.
Dude, that was. And it was always the cat that had the blacked out Chevy Suburban. Blacked out with the subs in the back. And you hear him coming from 3 blocks away, pulling into the school parking lot. And you're like, this motherfucker.
Yeah.
It must be nice, dude. I'm rocking this Ford Taurus, 1994 Ford Taurus. Basic ass stereo system. Anyway, onward. Yeah.
We have some tier talk. Does anybody else have any other pet peeves or shout outs they want to get off their chest? Okay, we will go into tier talk. Again, if you want a chance to be featured on the show, just hashtag tier talk with whatever your take, opinion, whatever your comment is, hashtag tier talk. We will feature you on the show. This one comes from Big Third Down Here Pod. As a new football podcast, what advice would you give to us? Hashtag tier talk. Also, as former players, when you are locked into a divisional game matchup, is there a specific time or day that you are hoping for? Hashtag tier talk. Huge fans, tier ones all day.
I mean, shut up, dude. New podcast.
Yeah, shout out Big Third Down Here Pod.
It's a good name.
Yeah, good pod.
Yeah. Good pod name. I think it always goes back to what we say. Like, if you're going to do it, whether it's me a weekly cadence every other week, make sure you're consistent about it. When you say you're going to come out, regardless if it's a good podcast or a bad podcast, like, put it out and engage with your fans. Just consistency is everything.
And if you have to backlog, so you are consistent.
Yeah, backlogging, man. That's a whole different game.
In this world where everybody's kind of fighting for attention, if you're a football podcast, I would say if that is what your niche is, it's having whether you're previewing games or recapping games, like, that's where speed comes into play. But yeah, your authenticity, obviously, I don't know the chemistry, the banter, what their show is about. But staying true to that and then treating your audience like they are your best friend. And I do, even saying that, I feel like at times, like, something that our brand gets away from at times is engaging and, building that community within our tier 1 audience. I know there's like hot seasons and colder seasons. I feel like during football season, when we're doing all these different things, whether it's bussin' recap, football, bussin', keeping our show or interview show the way it is, preview shows, the locker room, for the dads, inside the bus, going on ESPN, where a lot of things to a lot of people, and we kind of lose focus at times of our main audience, which is one thing I would love to challenge us on as a brand going into 2026, is just getting back, like, continuing to find ways to, like, spark that fire and communicate with our audience a lot more. Like, I get it in the comments all the time, and I'll see if people are watching on YouTube right now, the Bojangles ad. I see the Bojangles stuff come up constantly, and it makes me want to, obviously, once you get to the point at the end of the year where you get to kind of evaluate where everything's at, things that we want to look for in the future. The Bojangles ad is like, we did something for Bojangles, and that comes from YouTube. But seeing that I'll just see people say, eyes on me. Here it is again.
Eyes on him.
But yeah, just like embracing your audience, like talking to your audience constantly all the time. That's a big piece of advice we got when we first stood up Bussin' With The Boys.
Yeah, the brand account commenting back with all the comments taking place on the YouTube channel and stuff like that. That was like a big thing we did in the beginning. Mm-hmm. It's kind of fallen away a little bit. Making these fans feel like they're a part of it is one of the more important things. We do.
Yeah.
I try to go through and like some comments, but I think getting back in there is like always good for like building audience and stuff like that. What?
Oh, I thought there was more.
Oh, no, sorry.
Another tier talk is Justin at Justin. Is that an underscore? Is that Chef? Shaft 12. Hashtag tier talk at Bussin' With The Boys. I live in North Jersey and came across this absolutely diabolical sale on Jets versus Giants merchandise at Walmart. Thoughts on who deserves the higher priced merchandise? That's crazy. Yeah. That's peak. And on clearance too, which is wild. But I do believe if you were going to market merchandise and put them all in order, this would probably be a good distance between the New York Giants and the Jets. No?
Yeah, $4.
Yeah. $4 difference.
Not a huge gap, but still a gap nonetheless.
And we're looking at a team in the Jets that didn't have an interception the entire year.
There's nothing when you think about the Jets. There's nothing that stands out.
Yeah.
Other than Aaron Glenn having another press conference.
Right.
With the Giants, you have Jackson Dart, you have Cam Scatteraboo, Malik Neighbors. You have some things. Yeah, there's some thoughts of excitement that could run through your body.
Yeah.
As looking at 2026.
When you think Jets, you think, man, isn't it crazy that Sauce Gardner went 1-7 with the Jets, went to the Colts, and now the conversation is now on the Colts, and he went 1-7 there. That's as far as your Jets conversation goes. And then the interception thing. What was that bet that took place?
So it's not it didn't take place, but it just kind of like wanted.
If you would have, this is your outcome.
If you put on $100 every single game for the Jets not to have an interception, and you rolled over your winnings every single week for the entire year, you would have ended up, I think the final pot was $5.7 million.
If anybody bet on that, the Jets would have had multiple interceptions this year. That's just how the game works, man. That's just how the game works. Another tier talk we have from Harvey Fent at Nick Burgers, 2 Z's. Hashtag tier talk. Thoughts on South Carolina retaining Sellers, Dylan Stewart, and Nick Harbor for next season. Also going to need at JHovey34 for this one. Clearly started looking at him as I was reading this. Oh, how we feel.
Massive
culture.
Massive to keep them all, especially with the D-line coach going to LSU. Apparently he called Coach Beamer at 11 p.m. one night and said, hey, I got this offer. And then he was gone the next day at 9 a.m. So not a lot of time for Beamer to find a D-line coach. Make sure you keep recruits. Make sure you keep guys like Dylan Stewart. But he did amazing. He brought in the Penn State D-line coach, got a great running back coach. But similar to Will, this is a day-by-day year. We have a massive portal season coming. We had almost every single O-lineman leave in the transfer portal. Best wishes to them, but that's a position group we needed to improve on. So I hope they have a nice trip wherever they're going to. And I'm excited, but it's day by day. We got a lot of things. We got a lot of pieces we need to pick up. We got a lot of guys that need to step up. But I'm fired up. I'm ready for next season already.
Come on, man.
God.
Now, Taylor, on this one, I think they're asking about streaming.
Last one.
This would be our last one.
From N Malta 21 on Instagram. Hashtag Tier Talk. Will Taylor give us GTA 6 when the game drops later this year?
Yeah, I don't see why not. We got to definitely dive in a little bit.
Beeman been doing it.
That's if it comes out this week.
This year, yeah. I haven't played GTA 6 since this is like the third one, but would be love to jump into some Rockstar games once again.
I'm sure the storyline is going to be insane.
It's probably going to be
cinematic.
It's going to be sick.
The file size for the game itself is like 650 gigs, which perfect. Could be like the biggest game of all time.
That has to be.
Isn't it all like Miami, the actual city itself, like perfectly done? Yeah. That's kind of badass, man. They got something going over there, don't they?
A stream of the story mode would go crazy. That'd be fun.
Yeah, something to think about. Maybe one of the boys want to do that.
It would only take 9 months.
Will and Matt could start the 24 hours.
Yeah, you can chop off at least 6%.
When are you guys doing that?
We don't have a date.
Don't have a date yet. Stay tuned. Stay tuned to the 24-hour stream with Matt Malone and Will Compton. That'll be exciting.
We got to stay on them. I know they're trying to kick the can down the road.
No doubt. That's why you got to ask right here, right now.
Well, no matter what, it'll have to be coordinated with wifey. So we got to figure out what it is.
Yeah.
Like all we have right now is 24-hour stream.
Yeah, I think you guys need to figure out a date. We'll handle the rest.
Yeah.
We'll have a private brainstorm as the other fantasy league. And we'll handle business.
I'll see when everybody's out of town next.
Right. Okay. All right. Onward. You want to get into
new partner.
New partner.
Kevin's Natural Foods is coming on big with the boys in 2026, and we will be doing a Kevin's Natural Food clean take throughout the entire year. On every episode, we'll be giving a clean take, and that can be about anything. It doesn't have to be about food, just to spark some conversation. Just a good old-fashioned clean take by Kevin's Natural Foods, the cleanest food on the planet. They got paleo, packed with protein, no bad chemicals.
Right, gluten-free, easy to assemble. It's one of those things like JP was talking about, like instead of ordering food, and going to pick it up, why not just take 5 minutes, make it yet a healthy meal where you're still staying with your 2026 goals?
Right.
That's the kind of thing Kevin's Natural Foods is giving to you guys.
Right. So if you do have big resolutions and you want to eat clean, a great way to do that is with Kevin's Natural Foods, because again, they're in stores nationwide.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a massive fan of the orange chicken and the Korean beef barbecue.
Yeah.
The Korean barbecue beef.
Yeah.
Korean barbecue.
The garlic
Yeah.
chicken for me, dude, I really enjoyed because your boy gout. That's really all I can have right now. Is gout.
You got to stay clean.
Gotta stay
clean
clean.
ingredients.
Got to stay clean 24/7. It's all about the purine for me. It's all about the purine. Clean sheet take.
I
A
gotta
natural clean take.
I got
Some-
it.
A
something nice.
natural clean take. Let's keep it clean.
Clean, easy.
I would say my clean take, I love the 4 teams left in the college football playoff. And I feel like I love something about each team.
Right.
They all have a story arc that I could root for at the end of the year and have a smile on my face, happy that this team won the national title.
Wow. Big.
It's my clean take.
It's a good clean take. I'll stay in the college football playoff front. Something about Kurt Signetti, man, and what he's been able to accomplish at Indiana. Maybe the greatest turnaround in college football history. Clearly elevating himself into, like, if they pull it off this year, he might already be in that GOAT conversation. Like somebody go from JMU, flip it around like this. And even when you're watching the portal, while prepping for Oregon, he is signing guys over and over, hosting cats. Like the dude's not getting a whole lot of sleep. And you watch them, they are clearly the most well-coached team in all of college football. By far and away.
Clean take.
Clean take.
Mitch?
The finale of Stranger Things sucked.
Oh,
That's a bad take.
that's a negative. That's a negative take.
That's a bad take.
That's a bad take.
It's a bad take.
Season 5 wasn't as good as the rest of them, but what show besides Breaking Bad has the final season be the best? That's terrible. It actually had a really
take.
wholesome feeling about the final.
That's not
episode.
clean.
That's not clean.
That's an unclean take.
That's honestly one where
Bad
Mitch
take.
might be suspended for the next month on giving clean
We're
takes.
sitting here talking about eating clean, doing what's right to our body with Kevin's Natural Foods, and Mitch is out here getting fast food. That's what I'm hearing right now.
I don't know if that's comparable, but
Hang on. Why did you not like the Stranger Things finale?
People haven't seen it. I don't want to ruin it for anybody who hasn't. For G,
We got to. It's open. I mean, we got to talk about it because if you're hating on it,
the amount of like excitement that was getting built up to it, like there's for no one. Do you care if I say like I don't want? I'm trying to like creep around it.
Go ahead, man.
he's not trying to creep. He's trying to think right now.
For no one to die is the craziest thing of all time. Like I wanted somebody to die. Well, I don't really care who it was, but like that just makes like a good, like it kind of just like damn, like you would have been pissed either way. But it's like, come on, like you're telling me we've been fighting the Mind Flayer for 5-7 years and nobody died, other than like nobody big character died. Like what are we doing here?
Vecna.
Yeah, that's the like
The bad guy.
The bad guy's gonna die. Like that's just how it is.
Sean Ashton's character.
You want
Yeah.
like a Tony Stark moment.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I want. And but
So
also,
that made you hate the finale.
no, also crazy
Because by the time you're watching the finale, you already have your head wrapped around they're not killing off characters like it's Game of Thrones.
No,
So you already understand that going into the finale.
no.
So I didn't know what you didn't like about the finale.
I didn't like how the fight scene between like them and I guess just the Mind Flayer was extremely like it was built up like, oh my god, this is in another dimension. This is a fight that's gonna take a long time, and it took the Will coming out as gay was longer than the fight scene.
Oh, there it is. He saw the meme. He saw the meme going around.
No, but look at this thing. That thing, like you're telling me it's gonna take 5 minutes to destroy this thing. Like that thing, that is something that like the Avengers will take 20 minutes to defeat.
They have superpowers.
So does L.
Hey, power of friendship, man. It all led up to this. Momentum.
So how'd you see it going down?
Diversity and growth.
I thought like they get like damn, they got one of our
Like
soldiers.
to me, you're telling me about a couple holes in the season finale, but to say that it was a bad season finale, you're not.
I also didn't like how the like I guess you could say the action per se of the finale was done like an hour 15 into it, and then you still had like a whole nother hour 45.
I loved it.
I wish like I liked that part, but I feel like it could have been a lot shorter.
Dude, the nostalgia, the callbacks, the hour-long send-offs with each group and character of Stranger Things. I enjoyed watching the finale because I didn't have these expectations like I did with Game of Thrones or all these
I think that's where I was wrong, because
TV
I had an expectation and I wanted it to be so awesome because I love the show so much that I was like, I think my expectations were set too high. Don't get me wrong. At the end of it, like the nostalgia is like, fuck, like now this show's over. I'm never going to be like, there's no news.
The finale did a great job of reminding you that we basically grew up with this series. Yeah. Not like grew up from a standpoint of like we what was it, about a decade long of watching this show, but like seeing these kids, seeing these actors as like kids watching it play, what is it called, Dungeons and Dragons, and having this, the 3-layer universe and everything else. But the way they sent everybody off and the way they took time to send off each group and each character, I loved it. And all the little callback scenes where they're flashing back memories, seeing how far that they've gotten. To have where the relationships of they're set off to do other things, and we all know as like older adults sitting there when the friend group is sitting on the roof in like that 70s show style theme where they're on top of the water tower talking about how they're going to see each other once a month and do this and that, and every adult who's sitting there watching is like, this is how it all starts. They all think they're going to see each other once a month. Just that relatability factor from that scene. And again, all of the callbacks that they did, I thought Stranger Things, I thought it was a very good season finale. Because I didn't have the expectation that it was going to be some insane plot twist. Now when Hopper sits there and he gets to his mind and he ends up pulling the trigger, that was a nice plot twist.
Yeah.
But to think that you're going to have some 2-hour long battle against this massive transformer looking creature, the spider, the mind flayer, we never even really saw that character versus glimpses throughout the entire series.
My expectations was too high, and I wanted more action with it. I feel like
she sat there and took an axe to his head 10 different times. We saw Elle sit there and pull a dude's gun to his face and pull the trigger on it. Like the violence we got to see, with it also being like this, do kids watch this show? Do they not watch this show?
I'm with you, but I wanted it to be, was hoping it was going to be more, and I was let down. That's just my opinion.
What's a bad one?
I have an ironic clean take that plays off of this. This weekend, my wife and I finished Severance, so my clean take was going to be a TV show finale that just got you feeling some type of way and feeling real emotion as it ends. And the end of Severance was probably the first time since like Dexter season 4. I don't know if anyone's ever watched Dexter.
Yeah.
Dexter season 4, the Trinity Killer. That was probably the first time I was like, I felt real emotion as an episode ended. And my wife, it was like 1 a.m, and we're just looking at each other. No fucking way that just happened. And it was,
I hate my guys.
It was truly, dude. Oh, don't get me started. Crazy. But that is my clean take. A TV show that has a great finale that actually makes you feel emotion, that you want to see the next season, and you feel anger, happiness, sadness, whatever it is. But Severance, man. I'm glad we pushed through the first few episodes.
Great show.
Great show. Mr. Milchek, that actor, he is fantastic.
Get him on the bus, man. We need Mr.
That's got to be a
Jack,
show.
I know
That's
you
gotta
got
be
some
a
in
show.
the tank on the Stranger Things finale.
No, I enjoyed it. I didn't have too much expectation because the way season 5 was already trending, it wasn't living up to how I felt during season 4, season 1 or 2. The show needed to come to an end. I think the kids have gotten too old. They're probably sick of working with each other. I know some of them are. It's very weird that Millie Bobby Brown, Shannon pointed this out to me. She has so much Botox in her face that her emotion, she has none because her face is literally stuck like a cement wall. That kind of bugged me once it was pointed out to me. But even with all of that being said, I still thought season 5 checked every box I wanted to. It had a good ending. I loved the wholesome moment between the 4 older guys, or the 2 girls, 2 boys. They're on the roof of the radio tower, just like, we got to come meet back every year. Like, they're playing D&D. They finally get invited to a high school party at the end, and like, what's his name? Dustin gives like the speech that I saw this on Twitter.
Calls back to Eddie.
What he said he was going to do if he graduated. I thought there were so many like cool moments that fully like encapsulates the show. It brings back storylines and closes them out. Like, I get that monster scene probably wasn't as long, but I mean,
yeah, like, are we assuming that they're able to climb the mountain within 5 minutes to battle the mind flare? Like, no.
That's not necessarily what I'm getting at. It's like, this is the final battle. Like, this is going to take a while. And like, that's what I think if that final battle was like 3 minutes longer, I would have been like, hell yeah. Because I agree with you with all the nostalgia and everything, and like the throwbacks, and
you get to see some backstory from Henry. Like, you actually see his human element come to life.
Yeah.
And he just chose, no, I'm choosing this route. And nobody's out here to save me or bring me back to the light side or anything else. He's like, me and this mind flayer, like, we are one. And he kind of chose his route.
The part that I found interesting is everything that Game of Thrones season or series finale was getting hit with why it wasn't successful was everything that Stranger Things did a great job of, and they still got flack. So I
think no matter what you do, you're gonna get shit.
Yeah, Game of Thrones, it's like, oh, they skipped through everything and they buttoned it up, and then Stranger Things like delves into their characters for a hot hour and a half and puts a bow on every single storyline, and then people are like, fuck that. Like, can you win? I don't know.
All the episodes are long.
No, the finale was 2 hours and 6 minutes, I think, or 2 hours and 4 minutes. It also was announced today the Duffer Brothers, who created Stranger Things, are now already working on the next adaptation of Stranger Things. It will not include any of the characters, nothing about the Upside Down, the Mind Flayer, Henry. The only element that is continuing on, and I had to look it up, but it's the flashback of Henry when he's a kid in that cave. Yeah. It's this rock that he's holding.
Right.
That is apparently the only thing that's transferring to the next adaptation of it. So I'll definitely watch whatever they put out of Stranger Things because it holds a special place in my heart. But I will never have the hope that there will be something better in the Stranger Things universe than what we've already received. And that's okay with me.
Yeah.
Healthy mindset.
Yeah.
Clean take, Jack. That was a clean take.
I'll get cleaner after my suspension.
Self-imposed suspension. Yeah, well, listen, man. Boys feel good?
Yeah, let's get to Coach Whittingham.
Yeah.
We have interviews with Coach Whittingham and also Kevin Byard, Pro Bowl safety from the Chicago Bears.
The NFL INT.
Third Pro Bowl.
Is he still the mayor of Murfreesboro or no?
Oh, he'll always be the mayor of Murfreesboro.
And by the way, Will, I don't know if you know this, but this interview is sponsored by Bud Light. And Bud Light is also
interviews.
And Bud Light, listen, they're brewed with 4 simple ingredients for a clean, crisp taste. The Bud Light is the official sponsor of the NFL, the NFL Draft, Tight End University, the UFC, and Shane Gillis' 2025 tour, which I guess now is bleeding into 2026. Bud Light partners include Peyton Manning, George Kittle, Baker Mayfield, Emmitt Smith, Shane Gillis, Post Malone, Dustin Poirier. Stock up on Bud Light. Head to www.budlight.com/locator to find a store near you. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Let's get to the interview. Big hugs, tiny kisses. Coach Whittingham, how are you?
Good. How you guys doing?
Outstanding. First off, Michigan alum, very excited that you're in the maize and blue now. Are we rolling, Mitchie boy?
Yep.
We're rolling at this very moment. All right, our guest today is Kyle Whittingham. Had a 177-88 record at Utah. Spent 3 decades at Utah. Turned something into an absolute powerhouse. We're electric to have him on the bus and the head coach of the Michigan Wolverines, Kyle Whittingham, ladies and gentlemen. Big round of applause for him. Massive. As you were popping on the Zoom, I was looking at your one of the interviews you did earlier, saying that things are looking good with Bryce Underwood, and that we should be getting an announcement here pretty soon. Is that correct?
We sure hope so. Yeah, we'll find out, but I think we're trending in the right direction.
How has
famous last words there?
Yeah. You got to wait till everything's signed, right? Once you get pen on paper. How has this process been for you? You always spent like your entire life, it seems like, in Utah. You come to Ann Arbor, you have the logo of the Block M. You're coming after all this crazy stuff takes place with the last head coach. You're trying to retain guys while getting your coaching staff, and then the transfer portal opens. What is your day-to-day looking like right now?
Right now, we're drinking from a fire hose here. We're just getting our feet on the ground. Talking about me and the staff. Brought in mostly a new staff. We had 3 coaches that we held over from the previous staff. Outstanding football coaches. Thought that was the thing to do. They helped bridge the gap between the old and the new. But we're just trying to do what everyone else in the country is doing right now, and that's recruit your own roster and make sure you're doing your best job of retention. And really, in college football now, you've got to recruit your entire football team every single year. You got to try to retain the guys you already got on the team. You got to go to the portal, bring in some new pieces there, and you got to recruit your freshman class. And so it's a 24/7 recruiting job, especially this time of the year. With the portal open, the portal is flooded with players. We got close to 5,000 players in the portal right now, and so it's chaos. But you just try to have organized chaos as best you can.
Coach, you obviously love to ride motorcycles. You love to lift weights. You've been around the game for a very long time. You just mentioned that there's 5,000 guys in the portal, and coaching staffs in college football have to kind of recruit their roster all year round. It's not like it's married to a schedule like the NFL or anything else. So I just want to ask bluntly, how much of it is a pain in the ass for you at times?
Well, that is very blunt. It's challenging. I'll use that word.
There you go.
Yeah. True professional.
And, one thing it's not sustainable. Something's got to change. The prices are going crazy. Heard today that a quarterback has got an offer on the table for $5 million, for next season. There's plenty of schools with roster budgets upwards of $40 million. And it's just, and one thing here at Michigan that is a little bit challenging for us right now is until this year, there was 2 portal windows, which means you had a little safety net after spring ball. You could, for example, our situation, stick around for spring, get used to the new coaching staff, see how you like them, see how things go. And if you don't like it, you got an out after spring ball because you can jump in the portal again. Now there's a 1 portal system where they feel like they got a gun to their head and they got to make a decision right now before they even really have a chance to gather enough information to find out what we're all about here at with our new staff. So that makes it even more challenging.
When you're looking at this portal, this process, what has been the biggest difference for you from being at Michigan with the resources versus being at Utah?
Not much difference at all. It's just on a grander scale here. I mean, we got got more resources, huge tradition here at Michigan, far more 4- and 5-star players on the roster. So everything's the mechanics of it all is the same. Everything's just enhanced.
I was gonna ask, like, on the recruiting stuff, like, as somebody like yourself who understands what delayed success looks like and the grind and the process and everything else, how, I guess, frustrating, maybe difficult, is it to, I guess pain in the ass, but just like you knowing what it takes in life to get to where you are. And knowing that it's always a 1-by-year thing, it feels like with college. Now I'm seeing that there's 2-year deals getting signed. But just knowing that you have kids for 1 year at a time. And then when you have kids that you like and enjoy and you're like, hey, they're looking for greener grass, but also you know in your heart that the green grass could be right here if they just go through the suck a little bit longer because they might not be getting what they want immediately. How has your philosophy, I guess, changed over time going from having guys for 4 or 5 years to trying to implement what you believe in culture-wise with kids that are here a year at a time now? Because 5,000 is crazy.
Yeah, it's more difficult to maintain your culture. It's more challenging. It's where you used to have 120 kids on your roster, 20 or 25 would graduate or leave, and you'd replace them with 20 or 25. Now, most schools are bringing in. You got half a new team that is different from the previous year, and so it's more challenging for your players that are returning to get the new guys up to speed and help them understand what the standard is, what the culture is. And, we had a motto at Utah for years, the incoming guys, you will become us, we will not become you. And that's becoming more challenging every year because you don't have as many of the returners to help you with that process. But you still, that's what you're working towards, is trying to get everyone to buy into your culture, everyone to buy into your philosophies. And, I think we have done a really good job. They did a really good job here at Michigan prior of recruiting really high character kids. I had a chance to meet with every one of them down at the bowl site last week individually. It took me about 20 hours to get through the entire team. But that was the common thread is there were guys that are high character, that cared about academics. They were tuned into their academics. They all knew exactly when their graduation date was, what their GPA was, what they wanted to do with their major. It was really refreshing to have conversations where every kid literally was tuned into that.
Yeah, the academic side. I remember when I got to Michigan, they're like, hey, what do you want to do? And I was like, I want to go to the NFL, insert general studies. I don't think they offer that anymore at the University of Michigan, but it's great to see these kids are taking a serious focus on their academics. For you, and this is more of a color thing, right? When I was at Michigan, it was you walk in the building with even a piece of red, could be even your socks. You're getting in big trouble. You're catching a 6 a.m. where you're pushing plates down the field and doing rolls. You've been at a school where one of your primary colors is red, playing against a school that's blue. How has that transition been for you from a psychological standpoint?
Yeah, it's challenging as well, but I'm getting used to it, and I certainly understand the rivalry. I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand the intensity, the magnitude, but the color situation has been a little bit of a tough deal because, to say go blue from where I came from, that's unheard of.
Right. Yeah.
That's our mantra now, go blue, and I'm getting comfortable with that. But I haven't worn any red or made any of those major faux pas yet, and I hope I can continue that.
Keep it going as much as possible. Also with Ohio State, during your introductory press conference, people ask you bluntly, hey, do you hate Ohio State? And you hit them with, I guess I do now. How much shit have you gotten for that?
I believe, you know what? Maybe a ton. I don't know, because I don't get on the internet. I don't follow social media at all. Maybe a fault of mine, but maybe I should be more tuned in, but I don't really have much of an appetite for that stuff or worry about what other people think. I just got to put the best product on the field for Michigan and put a team out there that these guys can be proud of here.
Where were you at mentally, like when you're retiring, and maybe there's some
retiring, I was stepping down.
He was hitting the transfer portal, his words.
Okay,
right.
Stepping down. Okay. So when you were stepping down, you were always on the look for what the next thing might be for you.
Well, here's my deal. I had felt like I had run my course at Utah. I had accomplished all we could accomplish there. Time for a new voice, a new leadership. And so I didn't want to be that guy that they had to run out of town and say, when's this guy going to leave? And, get out of here. And so that was challenging, or not challenging, but the reason for stepping down. When I did step down, you can count on one hand the number of schools that I would have been interested in had they call or contact me or reach out. Michigan was on that list. Michigan, when my agent got together, and when that started to materialize, I was excited and fired up. I wouldn't have taken just any job by any means. Like I said, it had to be a top 5 opportunity, and the stars aligned, and got the opportunity about 7 to 10 days later after I stepped down at Utah, and here I am. So it's like it's kind of a surreal experience, but I couldn't be more excited. We've put together an outstanding staff here. We're working our tails off right now to try to, for retention, as we talked about, and getting ready to get into the winter conditioning here next week.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I do want to ask my
Go ahead, Ball.
You were at Utah for so long, so I'd imagine you had opportunities throughout the course of being at Utah. Is there a situation you look back on to where maybe a few years after turning down said job that you're like, I kind of regret not taking this job, yada, yada, yada. You kind of stay in the process. Now you're in a spot to where you've set yourself up for the job that you want, to where you remind yourself that was the right call at that time, that maybe in your previous life you'd be like, that was a job I maybe should have left for.
Absolutely not. No regrets whatsoever. Completely enjoyed my time at Utah. My kids were in the same school district, the same school system for their K through 12. I mean, how often does a coach get to do that? Have his family have stability and not drag him around the country. And I was perfectly happy. I'm a ski nut. That's another part of it. Skiing is my passion. Best snow on earth, by the way, in Salt Lake City. But I have absolutely no second thoughts, no hindsight that, hey, God, I wish I would have jumped ship when I had the chance to do that. As it turned out, wouldn't change a thing.
That's amazing. You got a good one.
Going back to football scheme and everything like that, I'm sure you've turned on some Michigan tape of the last couple of years and you watch the offensive side of the ball. A very predictable, not a lot of shifts and motions, disguise of telling the defense, you don't know what we're going to do. It's more like, hey, we're going to run it down your throat, take some shots when we can. When we get backed up 3rd and long, we're going to hit you with a screen or a bubble. Now you're bringing in a guy, Jason Beck, who you pulled from New Mexico the year prior and gave Dampier a hell of a year. You turn on the Utah film and you have no idea what you guys are doing. I think you had the most personnel of any other school in all of college football. What kind of development is that going to be for Bryce Underwood? How is Jason Beck going to elevate this team as you guys go into this 2026 season?
Good question. Jason came in and completely transformed our offense. We ended up 5th in total O, 4th in scoring O, 2nd in rushing O. And, Jason has a tremendous ability to maximize his personnel, get guys in situations to succeed, create mismatches and conflict for the defense. And yet at the same time, as complex as it is, the learning curve is not high. I mean, it's a very simplistic offense to learn. Every player on the field gets signaled his assignment. And that's got to be the case these days. When you're having as much turnover as you're having, you better have user-friendly systems on both sides of the ball, because you don't no longer have the luxury of having a kid soak in your system for a year or 2 or 3 before he's ready to play so he can assimilate it. You got to be able to have it, something that they can learn right away. And obviously our guys at Utah picked his system up right away, and we expect the same here at Michigan.
Now, flipping on the other side of the ball, on the defensive side, Jay Hill, you pulled him from BYU. He was a protege of yours back in like the early 2000s. What was that conversation like? Because very rarely, and it's very funny because Kerry Combs comes from Ohio State to Michigan, very rarely you'll be able to pull a rival defensive coordinator who clearly had statistically a great season for their team last year and pull him away to head over to Michigan.
Yeah, well, me and Jay have a great relationship. I recruited Jay out of junior college to Utah. Myself and Coach Gary Anderson, who was on our staff, recruited Jay. He was a tremendous player for us. As soon as he finished playing, wanted to get into coaching. We hired him as a GA, did a great job there. As soon as I became the head coach, the timing was such that when Urban left and I got the job, at Utah, Jay had just finished his graduate assistant work, so we hired him full-time and did a phenomenal job for us there at Utah. Many capacities. He coached tight ends. He coached corners. He was a special teams coordinator. He did a bunch of stuff for us. Had the opportunity to become a head coach at Weber State, so we took off there, had a great run there, turned that program around, went to BYU. I think he was there 3 years, and we had maintained a relationship during that whole time. And when I got the call, with my coordinator, Morgan Scally at Utah being elevated to the head coach, Jay was the natural selection to bring aboard here at Michigan.
Dude, that is awesome. It's starting with a player-coach relationship and kind of, cutting his teeth into the game under Coach Whittingham, and then going off doing his own thing and then getting a call, massive job like Michigan. Like that's a cool perspective moment for Coach and Jay.
And you see what I love, you're not big into social media, but I've been just absolutely refreshing my Twitter account every single moment. And my algorithms really turned into Utah and BYU and watching that fun hatred take place. Yeah. But you leave Utah and BYU fans are like, oh, you guys are done. You're cooked. We're going to own you forever. And then all of a sudden, Jay Hill is the front runner for the DC. And now all of a sudden, Utah fans are piling on. And it's a fun little back and forth while Utah fans in Michigan are shaking hands going, hey, we're boys, which is absolutely awesome to see. There's a friendship taking place. I absolutely love it. Getting back to the important thing, motorcycles. My first love of my life was a freestyle motocross. I grew up in Arizona, loved riding dirt bikes and the whole thing. Are you a guy that when you find your brand, whether it be Indian or Harley Davidson, Honda, Kawasaki, like you just stick with that brand? Or are you a guy that has a plethora of different brands of motorcycles?
The latter. I have right now. I've got 3. I've got the Indian, the Challenger Elite is a great road bike. I've got a Ducati, the Multistrada RS,
a little speedster.
Got it mapped and tuned. It goes over 200 miles an hour, and I've been close to that on it.
Yeah.
And then I got the Triumph Rocket 4. The big engine, the biggest production engine on a motorcycle. So those are the 3 I got right now, and so loyalty to certain brands, but more than one brand. How about that?
I love that. Here's how I imagine the first game at the University of Michigan. It's a home game. You're playing Western Michigan or some muffin, and the buses are coming in. But in front of the buses is Kyle Whittingham, couple of ape hangers sitting on thing, maize and blue, just riding it, leading the parade into the tunnel. Could we see some sort of flash like that in your future?
We'll see if we can fashion that and make that work.
I would absolutely love it.
As a skier and a motorcycle rider, what are those conversations when you have players who love and enjoy skiing and motorcycle riding, and they're like, "Hey, the time off, I'm gonna go get into some of these extreme extracurriculars." Are there ever like a little bit of pause or fuck?
I try to steer them away from the motorcycles. It's a little bit dangerous for the players. So I say, hey, you know what? That can wait till later in life. But I do go skiing, or I did go skiing with a bunch of my players at Utah. We had a skier or a kicker, Andy Phillips, who was on the U.S. ski team. And so we've had, there's especially the in-state guys, they all ski. And so we got up there quite a bit with those guys.
I love it.
Awesome.
That turns more into a thing of like, hey, do as I say, not as I do type of situation.
But then he takes them skiing, and one might, I'm not wishing anything bad. So my pops like, hey,
you hit him with the bunny slopes. Hit him with the bunnies. Let's get you on there. You're not doing no triple diamonds with triple black diamonds. Coach Dave Abloff told me 15 minutes. That is absolutely it. We can get you on longer. I know we're hitting that mark right now. We do a spring tour every single year. We'd obviously love to come up, do a deeper dive into your history, culture, family, how you develop such an electric culture at Utah, and how you're bringing that to Michigan. We'd love to hit that later, but we know you have a lot of work to do. Let's retain some boys. I see Snowden in the corner. He's coming in. He's taking himself a visit. Let's get that Henry Daly kid. Go ahead and bring it over. Soft tish or not, whatever injury you had. Let's get him and let's rock.
All right, let's go. I'm on board.
All I have to ask is we got to get a pump in with you when we come up to Michigan.
Yeah.
Hey, come on out. We got a fantastic weight room here. Love it.
Yes, sir.
One last question before you go. One last one. There was a rumor of something about 4,000 total days of you working out every single day. Is that streak still alive?
It is alive and going. It's more like 6,500 right now. And so now that doesn't include Sundays. It's Monday through Saturday. I got to have a day off in there. So Monday through Saturday, not a miss since July 1 of 2008.
Yeah, even God rested for a day. All it's telling is my head coach could kick your head coach's ass. Anybody who's watching. Coach, we appreciate you. Round of applause for Kyle Whittingham, the savior of the University of Michigan. We really appreciate you, sir. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you having me on.
See ya.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.
You can't tell me you listen to that type of enthusiasm out of a 66-year-old man. You don't get a little juice down below, little 6 to midnight type of feel when you watch Kyle Whittingham address us the way he did. You sat up straighter. The minute he came on, he said a sentence and you went,
yeah, once he came.
He's got that vibe.
He's got the vibe. He's got the vibe to where even the questions I was asking, like I know we're recording and everything else, but he's got some golden one-liners.
Yeah.
That he thinks on the pain of the ass stuff.
Yeah.
Like there's got to be in my head, but maybe not. Maybe his entire philosophy, like when he had his job at Utah, it was him understanding that he would love to be in a spot where his kids could go K through 12 at. Mm-hmm. But maybe one to where along the way, he turned down a job that once he gets a few years removed, like maybe he thinks about that job a little bit or looks back. I was kind of like looking for a story there. But then it turns into this story arc to where, hey, all of his patience and everything worked out because he's now at the University of Michigan.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, one thing that rings true in my mind is the conversation you and I had. I think it was like mid-October, and you're like, to be honest, man, unless you're a fan of Michigan, it's not that fun to watch their football games. And that's something that you said that I was like, yeah, I agree with it, because everything they do is very predictable. Watching some of Utah's offense and Jason Beck's offense, I cannot wait. Regardless of how this transfer portal thing takes place, I cannot wait to watch those boys in the fall. Yeah. It's going to be a completely different program.
Yeah.
Real coaching is going to take place in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
That's a ball coach.
Real development is going to take place.
That's a ball coach. He corrected you.
And I'm going to, step down. Which I was glad.
I love that.
Because again, it's not like I know he's been the guy at Utah forever, but I don't know a whole lot about him.
I thought he retired, so I'm glad he said that. That was definitely like a top.
Yeah, and maybe he said that. You know what I mean? Maybe he said that in other interviews. I can't wait till we have like a longer conversation with him because I'm going to find better. Because again, we were compacted into 15 minutes, but better questions of understanding how your philosophy changes over time with having guys kind of on a merry-go-round with implementing culture and process-minded individuals. Mm-hmm. To where when you got those tweener guys that you know in your mind and in your heart, like they have what it takes. They're just going through something hard right now. Mm-hmm. And whoever they got in their ear telling them they need to go find greener pastures. Because again, 5,000 guys in the portal is insane. And I know there are better situations for guys. So I am glad the portal is able to be used that way. But the fact that it's the Wild West throughout the year 24/7, they've made a couple corrections, like one portal window compared to two. But I'm just so fascinated to how you, especially Coach Whittingham, again, he's what, 66? So he's been in the game a long time, decades, to where when he's coaching his football team where he's got it for 4 or 5 years, a lot of those philosophies now have to kind of change in a way because you gotta appease what some kid might be thinking, so that way he doesn't leave your team.
He's the type of coach that will put you through a grueling workout, a grueling practice, and when you think, I can't handle this shit, he comes up and puts his arm around you and be like, I'm proud of what you're doing. And you think, I need to stay here. The guy's got leadership. The guy has something about him. A true feels like culture CEO guy, and lets his coaches implement their strategies and coach them, and oversees everything, handling personalities. He's talking about 20 hours to meet with every single guy at a bowl site 2 days after he takes the job. Like, this is the kind of shit. This is the kind of coaching that you're seeing early stages of that should make you fired up if you're a Michigan fan.
And he brought up another point when he was talking about the portal too, to where I hadn't thought about it. I hadn't thought about it that deeply yet. But the fact that the portal opened so abruptly, and it's, the college football playoffs are still going on. So kids are hitting the portal, they're taking visits or whatnot, but to have a small window to try and not only retain your roster, but bring in other guys, like there's no courting, a courting window to where, guys might go on visits. You know what I mean? Like in the NFL, you might have, who the big names are going to be because there is a tampering period that happens. And then all the big name guys go day one because it kind of all gets figured out and set up. But free agency is open for several weeks.
Absolutely.
To where guys are able to go and make very good conscious decisions. Because some of the stuff we hear, like what players ask, what they're posturing up to leverage, like, hey, we want a house here, we want travel stipends, we want all of these different things to where I don't know, I feel like there's not a lot of time to spend in the process of recruiting and making these decisions to where you're making a good one on both sides. Yeah,
there's got to be a fine balance of throwing a bag at somebody and then finding a culture and then realizing what is bullshit. Like you brought up the house and the stipend traveling thing. It's like, buddy, just here's enough money. Let's not step over dollars to pick up dimes, because what's the end goal here? It's still to go to the NFL. It's still to get that second contract in the NFL. All of those things are right in front of you. And to all of these kids at Michigan, it's like, dude, you're actually going to get coached now. Like, I think we all kind of sat there and we kind of knew anytime you pop on a Michigan game, it's like, okay, they're going to run the ball 2 times. And if they're behind the sticks, they're going to try and throw it. And that's not a winning formula. That's what gets you excited about retention. Because at the very least, if you've retained all your main players at Michigan, that's a damn good ball club. If you develop those kids and you watch, did you watch the bowl game at all?
No.
Okay.
Good game.
But if you're watching Bryce Underwood, you're like, this kid's clearly one of the most talented people on the field, but he just has technique and fundamental issues where you're like, if you just fix that, this kid can be something special. I truly believe, I think if Bryce stays like it sounds like he's going to, and we get the development, we could get a couple of receivers. Like we have what I think the offense is going to be. Next year, the conversation is like, can we even bring back Bryce, or is he getting that $5-7 million offer? Because he's going to be that kind of caliber player. He has that ability to, at least.
A story that I'm very excited to see develop is Utah is very much trying to go new age. They've partnered with a private equity group.
Yeah, I wanted to bring that up.
They're making a bunch of big moves to where Whittingham very smartly was seeing the writing on the wall. Step down. I can't wait to see that old school, new school of what's the trajectory of Michigan, what's the trajectory of Utah, which one of these schools of thoughts is going to prevail.
Because you hear him putting in nuggets, like as he's answering some questions, he's like, the top rosters, you're getting $40+ million.
Yeah.
Like things that are going into it strategically, the voice that you're putting out there. So that way, when you're in the rooms with the people who do have the money, you're like, hey, I know you want us to compete here. Here is the dollar amount that it's taking because of everything we're hearing when we sit with these kids, when you look at the portal, when you hear about how other schools are operating.
It'll be extremely interesting to see what takes place, man.
What's nuts is it's going to be I feel like the college football playoff is going to be completely different next year.
Yeah.
Not like every team, but the parity we now have in college football is a lot of fun to watch. There's some of just these systems and process structure that could very much get better, that helps benefit the player as well as like the overall product.
Can we be in agreement that the transfer portal should open once the football season's over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like
absolutely.
that.
It's academic calendars.
It's all calendar based. Like if you get a lot of coaches have said it. Dan Lanning, the most recent. Nick Saban's been talking about. Josh Pate's been talking about. All of our heads are wrapped around. If you can have the college football playoff and the season wrapped by January 1st, you then have the rest of that time, a couple weeks before the next semester starts, because there's going to be a balance of getting the calendar in line with the academic calendar as well. But if you fast track it, Taylor, we've talked about on this podcast before. Maybe it's whether it's around conference championship week or that week off after. Like you move all these games up.
Mm-hmm.
You just get it to where the season of college football concludes by the new year. And then you have like 2 weeks, I believe, until like second semester usually starts in a lot of college programs.
Yeah.
I feel
Portal open is
perfectly.
opened up right there.
Portal window should be like that gracefully way Jack put it during Gooch Week. Like that's when everything needs to take place.
Yeah.
I feel like that makes too much sense as to like why is that not a thing?
I think we're trudging down a barrel right now of getting there as soon as this. Yeah, I think it could be as early as this next upcoming season.
I was listening to Saban and Herb Street talk about it on the recent college game, one of the recent college game days. Because it sounds like it's not a thing where the NCAA has the power to just change the NCAA structure. They would have to go through whether it's Congress or something like what it would take is for the heads of the conferences.
Yeah, legislation would have to take place.
Yeah, what the commissioners of each conference like get in a room and help decide, put egos aside and decide some of these calendar issues that would more so benefit the players than everybody kind of posturing conference-wise to have everything a certain way.
It's going to be so interesting. I'm just so caught up on the Michigan thing, because one thing that Michigan's also running up against right now is there's an interim president taking place. And so when there's like an admissions, like Michigan is, regardless of what fandom, sports, everything like that, it's a top 15 public school in the world. So the bar of the entry bar to get into the school is very difficult. Now, sometimes they make, they'll be like, okay, this guy can get in because of X, Y, and Z. When there's an interim president taking place and you have some of these transfer portal guys in, there is a credit issue that if they have like above 60 credits, someone has to give them like, hey, okay, we'll allow those credits. And with an interim president, it's going to be more difficult to have that happen. So it's going to be interesting to see how this portal kind of takes place in this whole thing.
You don't have the guy that just signs it and says, yeah, go ahead.
Right, yeah, because we don't have a guy, and the interim guy is probably more reluctant to make those types of decisions when he's more of a placeholder. So it'll be very interesting.
We interrupt this episode to bring you Jim Beam. The postseason upon us, and there's nothing like it, but the postseason can be stressful. Crushing losses, wild upsets, your unhinged 6-game parlay falling apart at the literal last second. Things can get rough, and it can leave you feeling a little sour. But you got to look at the bright side. Once your team is out and headed to decompress, you can finally relax. Now you can actually enjoy the postseason with all of their heart palpitations. That's why we're partnering with Jim Beam, and we want to help you turn that lemon of a loss into delicious, tasty Jim Beam and lemonade, because it's really the perfect bevy for the off season. It's refreshing. It's got that perfect sweetness and a little bit of tang on your tongue. Best paired with stress-free watching when your team is out of the playoffs. So gather the boys and grab some Jim Beam and lemonade to make the rest of the postseason just a little bit sweeter. Refresh your season with Jim Beam and lemonade. Best enjoyed together. Please drink responsibly. Jim Beam Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume, 2025. James B. Beam Distilling Co., Clermont, Kentucky. We are also brought to you by Netflix. Here's a question I want to ask you. If you walked into a stash house and I found it full, and you found it full of $20 million, how much would you steal? That's the question Matt Damon and Ben Affleck have to answer in Netflix's new movie, The Rip. They play a team of Miami cops alongside Tiana Taylor, Stephen Yeun, Catalina Sandino Moreno, Kyle Chandler, and Sasha Kaje, all trying to decide, are they the good guys or the bad guys? This movie is an edge-of-your-seat thrill ride the entire time and keeping you guessing to the very end. Don't miss The Rip on Netflix only January 16th. Let's get back to this episode of Bussin' With The Boys. Is KB about to come on?
What's good, boys?
KB, what's up, brother?
Well, let me crank this volume up. I can't hear shit. How you guys doing, man?
Dude, we are doing lovely. Still in Nashville, but still in Nashville. Still at the same spot where you came and sat down.
Y'all boys is global now.
Global.
Well, thank you. Maybe national. I don't know about global. People in Spain aren't necessarily subscribing to Bussin' With The Boys, but we're working on it.
National enough to people heard me say that I don't think the Chicago Bears will make the playoffs.
which is crazy work, bro. It's all good, bro. I still love you, bro.
I know.
Now, KB, you can't tell
I
me.
do have a couple questions, but
Are we rolling right now? Okay, let's give a big round of applause for friend of the show, multiple time being here, Kevin Byard. Third global selection this year.
we're rolling. Eat your food, baby.
Eat
you
your
know
food,
this
dude.
is.
This is
baby.
casual. Eat away. Eat away.
I'm
Dude,
starving, bro. First time eating today.
we talked about this just a couple of seconds ago, but people are hating on Will for saying that the Bears aren't going to make the playoffs. I was kind of sitting right there next to him, but people just started taking shots at him. Great. I love to go away unscathed. I was kind of sitting there and be like, I can see that happening. But dude, you guys started 0-2. Statistically, we're talking about a 12.5% chance of making the playoffs. Ben Johnson, during camp, everyone's trying to break down his press conferences. He doesn't seem like he's happy about the offense taking place. Is the defense really good, or are they actually just opportunistic? They're really running because they're kind of hold back Caleb Williams. And you guys just kind of go on a little bit of a run. Like, what changed the last 6, 7, 8 weeks?
I mean, honestly, bro, like, you know how it is, bro. When you lose a game in the NFL, period, it feels like the whole sky is falling. You know what I mean? Like, inside the building is tense. And after that week 2 game against Detroit, I mean, we got destroyed. And
especially with everything that you guys have, like, you know, just the feeling of the Chicago Bears. You got Caleb Williams, first overall pick. Got a new head coach, Ben Johnson. This offense should be humming. You know, they've both sat there and reflected back on what their relationship was like, probably in training camp before the season started. But I would only imagine being in a city like Chicago and how much the fan base does love the football team. Starting off 0-2, you're kind of like, shit, here we go again.
Right.
Yeah, no, it was early, bro. And I also think, like, as a team, like, we were still trying to find our footing on, like, who we were identity-wise. The offense wasn't just humming just yet. But I don't know, bro. I think, like, after that week, you know, we had a crazy film session. Obviously, when you get put up 50 points on you, it was one of those low light type film sessions. And kind of just kept it real with each other, man. But we knew the way the schedule was kind of set up, we were going to be able to string together some wins. So obviously we had Dallas at home the next week. Then we went to Vegas and beat the Raiders. And then we had like an early bye week. So he was like, man, if we just go to the bye week 2-2, we can make a run. And I think our schedule kind of softened up towards the middle of towards the later part of our schedule. And we got on a run, bro. Like you said, our offense started to hum. Our defense was being super opportunistic. I mean, I won't call it opportunistic. We were really just taking the ball away, honestly.
Yeah.
We having games of 4 takeaways, 3 takeaways, 4. And obviously we're the best in the league at taking the ball away. So that's been kind of like our identity this year. Like when we take the ball away, we tend to win games more often than we don't. So but it's been a fun year, bro, to be able to win a division. Obviously after last year, man, we lost 10 games straight last year. It was terrible. So come from there to have that turnaround that we got now with Ben and Caleb obviously playing at a very high level, man. It's been fun this year, bro.
Talk to me about like dude, you know, we played together. I played for one franchise. I'm a domesticated cat. Like I only know what I know. Tennessee. Will comes over for the team formerly known as the Redskins. Comes over and he's like, hey, this media and this fan base, like they're not that loud. You think this is loud? This is nothing. What are the Chicago Bears fans like? Because you got kids still wearing Mike Ditka type of costumes during Halloween. They don't have nothing to look forward to really, but they seem like a fan base that is like a rabid fan base. So you start 0-2. What's that noise like in that building compared to the Titans?
Bro, it's heavy. Like I will say, so you know how we have like TVs, we got TVs around our facility, and in our hydro area where the hot tubs and the cold tubs is, 3 TVs in there. One TV is always like on Fox Sports or something like that. And Colin Cowhart, I think is his name.
Yeah.
So he does his sports every day.
Colin Cowhart.
Yeah.
Cowhart. I'm sorry. I don't mean to butcher his name. My bad. But bro, this guy every single day talks about the Chicago Bears. Like every time I feel like I go in there, he's talking about Caleb Williams and how bad the Bears suck or whatever it may be. But it's bad, bro. Like I said, in Tennessee, you really realize like how light the media is. Like normally, you know, if you're doing well, they're talking good about you, but it's not a whole lot of negative media people outside of Paul Kowarski. We all know Paul. Good fans of Paul, good friends.
Yeah.
But no, it's heavy, bro. And it's a city that it can divide the players and the team real quick because everybody hear the noise. I mean, you know how people go into their medias, their press conference and be like, we're ignoring the noise. We're not like, it's impossible, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody that says that is lying. We all know that. Everybody gets on Twitter, Instagram, and sees the stuff that people say about them, especially this generation, bro. These guys literally type their names in on social media just to see exactly what people are saying, whether if it's good or bad. It's crazy. But no, the noise is heavy. But when we winning, it's all good attention. The fans is crazy. I mean, think about this, bro. I've had some really good years in Tennessee. Obviously, we was all teammates together. But this past year, I was the 5th highest voted player for the Pro Bowl overall. That just let you know like how much our fans were voting, how much they love this team, that I was able to be top 5 in votes. Me and Caleb was top 5. So, and obviously I'm up there with like Travis Kelce and all those guys. And obviously I had a good year. I appreciate it. Obviously I feel like I'm a good player, but I mean, top 5 is crazy, but that just lets you know how good and dope our fans are for sure.
Dude,
I know, bro.
Another
Pro Bowl leading the league in interceptions.
Yeah. At 32, year 10.
At 32, year 10, baby.
Dude, because I remember
it down for the OGs,
yes,
bro.
Sir.
Let them know I still got it.
KB had like, we were playing the Browns one year, and you had like, would you have 3 of them things? 3 INTs in one game? Hit them in a little cover 2, kind of baited at the bottom, and then scooted back, got a nice one. And it's like, this dude's having like an all-pro type of year, and the Pro Bowl voting comes out, and KB's not even top 10 in safeties.
I know. It was like, always a grind for you guys in Tennessee.
Yeah,
but if he was in Chicago during that year.
Yeah.
Bro,
we're talking all pro.
Yeah.
I think it's like, you talk about Pro Bowls. Like if you're able to make a Pro Bowl at the Titans, like that's gotta be massive. Am I right, KB? It's gotta be massive.
Because even I think you had made it to the Pro Bowl like 3 or 4 years straight, right?
Yeah,
and I remember the fan votes would come out and you would be like 8th in the fan votes or something like that. Like I don't know why people didn't like you for some reason. Maybe it's because you got an asshole or something like that. I don't know.
There's a couple reasons.
You was a fantastic player, bro. You will always get voted in, but like the fan votes was never like, we were never at the top, bro.
Yeah.
Even that year you just kind of spoke about, bro, I didn't even get voted in on the initial ballot. I was like a second alternate.
Bro,
only got in
nuts.
because of like Devin McCourty went to the Super Bowl, so he couldn't play in it. So I got in on a technicality, basically.
You bring up a great point that we talked about in the locker room with Delaney Walker and Clay Matthews. So Delaney, one of these years, Delaney and Jarrell Casey are alternates for the Pro Bowl. And Jarrell basically talks Delaney into, bro, we shouldn't go because we should only go when we actually make it. I'm sitting here overhearing this conversation. I'm in like year 1 or 2. It might have been your first year. And I'm thinking to myself, that is so stupid. Like if you can get the first Pro Bowl under the belt, bro, you got to get that because at the end of the day, like it's going to be on the wiki forever. And like no one's going to question like, oh, alternate out. Like, you made the Pro Bowl. Like, have you ever been, when you're an alternate, was there ever a thought to you like, you know what, I'm going to wait till I earn it? Or when they call and said, hey, you can come now, you're like, oh, hell yeah.
Bro, that year, I remember I was watching that playoff game. It was the AFC Championship game, Jaguars in New England. And obviously New England won it. That's when Stephon Gilmore had the tip pass and won the game. I remember like right after that, right after the game was over, like 5 minutes later, I was at like one of my friend's house. John Robinson calls me. I'm thinking like, what the hell is John calling me for? In the middle of the offseason, he's like, hey, bud, got a call, man. You want to go into the Pro Bowl? I'm like, hell yes, I want to go to the Pro Bowl. What do you mean? Like, I'm not about to sit here and like, don't go because I didn't get on the first ballot. Like, anytime you have an opportunity to go down there, especially when there's in Orlando, free trip to Disney World, all that good stuff, you're going to go, bro. Like, now, if I'd have had maybe 5 or 6, 7 of them already under my belt, maybe I say, hey, I don't need it. I'm already a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like, who cares about the Pro Bowl? But you can get your first Pro Bowl, regardless if you're a 3rd, 4th alternate, you're going to go. I mean, I remember one year, the last time I was in the Pro Bowl, 2021, I think every starting quarterback that got voted in literally didn't go. So we had I think it was like Mac Jones was there.
Huntley.
The other
Tyler Huntley.
There, like, bro, yeah, you know what I mean? Tyler Huntley. Like, bro, if you're going to go to the Pro Bowl, you better go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You get that under your belt. It all matters when it comes to contracts for sure.
We all know Delaney's got a couple screws loose. Did you see he had to paint his nails?
I did see that, bro. That was hilarious. So y'all brought the nail tech into the
Dude,
that shit was hilarious.
Hey,
bro.
that was all Clay. Like that kind of came in. He had the lady standing behind the set, and we didn't really know what was going to happen. And she just came out of nowhere. Her husband was like a massive Tennessee Titans fan, and dude, Delaney having to sit there with this and do this little gesture the whole entire time for that show. It was hilarious. And it says
in his soul he was burning up,
bro. It kind of looked nice though. Like, hey. Is there a world where Kevin Byard gets behind Caleb Williams and maybe in solidarity paints them nails? Like just a base coat.
So, I mean, in solidarity, I'm going to play my hardest to make sure that we get wins. But getting the nails painted, bro, I don't know if that's for me. It is no shade against it. You know, that's what he does. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool to me that he's uniquely himself and all that good stuff. But I don't know if that's for me, bro. I think I'll leave that to the other guys. But I know for a fact, talking about Clay. I know Clay's about to be talking mad trash this week, bro.
You already know. Yeah, he was out there at the draft. Bears still suck. Yes. Now you got the Packers. You can't write the story any better.
I see it all.
You can't write the story any better. How are you guys feeling going into this week? Losing the game against the Lions, it kind of pissed me off because I finally took you guys. But how are the vibes?
I mean, honestly, bro, like it's a reset, bro. We got to reset. I mean, we've lost 2 straight games, bro. Nobody wants to limp into the playoffs. But that's kind of where we at right now. We lost 2 straight. You know, we haven't played our best ball, not on defense at all. We didn't execute well enough yesterday, gave up too many explosive plays. But at the same time, a team that we obviously know well, we, split during the regular season. The last game we played Green Bay felt like a playoff game. That Saturday night game was incredible. So we kind of got a sneak peek of what it's going to feel like in the playoffs. You know, you're going to have the battle between Matt LaFleur and Ben Johnson calling the plays. I think for us as a defense, man, we're going to have to make sure that we're forcing field goals in the red zone. That's what we did good last time. I think they were 0 for 5 in the red zone. I think that kind of kept us in the game to be able to win it and take the ball away. So we feel very confident going against this group because we know them so much. We know the personnel. We just got to go out there and reset, man. And, it's do or die right now. We got to go out there and put everything we can into this week to go get a W, man. This is going to be it's going to be the most electric game in Soldier Field. I don't want to say history just yet, but listen.
A lot of history.
In Tennessee, who was our rival in Tennessee? Would you say Jacksonville?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, Jacksonville. No, this shit is different, bro. So, no, listen. So, I would tell you this, bro. When I signed here last year, I kind of, you know about the Green Bay, the Aaron Rodgers, I own Chicago, all that stuff. But you don't really realize the hatred this city has towards Green Bay. And I don't think Green Bay feels the same way about Chicago, but Chicago hates Green Bay, bro. The first preseason game we had here, we might have been playing in Buffalo or somewhere. I don't know where we was at. But all of a sudden, just like a Green Bay sucks, F Green Bay chant just breaks out of nowhere. I'm on the sideline like, bro, what is going on? Like, what are they saying? They said, no, bro, the fans, they hate Green Bay. It can happen randomly. We could be at a Blackhawks game, a Bulls game. Bears suck. They're just going to do it all the time. So this city hates Green Bay. So, it's going to be crazy, bro. It's going to be crazy Saturday. Y'all should pull up, bro. Pull up to the game.
I know. God, it seems like a fun game to go to.
Seems like a great game to go to.
You got a suite, KB?
Oh, yeah.
I do got a suite, bro. I thought y'all was going to be on the busing type thing. Y'all be on the sideline, media passes, field passes. But if y'all want a suite, y'all come pull up, bro.
It is, dude. Once you retire, KB, you don't know this. Like you're a seasoned vet, dude. You're calloused. I'm telling you, bro. The first 6 months of your retirement, you're gonna turn into a pussy. Like you just become softer. You look outside and it's cold out. You're like, let me put an extra jacket on. You're gonna go watch drills. You're gonna go to a game, whether it be a Bears or a Titans game, wherever, and you're gonna be like, I cannot believe I was tough enough to do this at one point. It's crazy how fast it just kind of goes away by the wayside.
Yeah,
it is nuts.
And too with the NFL, going to NFL games, the media, the access is a lot different than college. Like we'll be going out to the college semis this week, and you're able to kind of be on the sideline and kind of move up and down the sideline. With the NFL, you have to stay in corners, and then when the game starts, I think everybody's you got to go up to the press box.
Yeah, college is way cooler. Other than besides Oklahoma, about kind of letting you do your thing and rip around a little bit. That's it's kind of a nice all access.
I think college has always been like that. Like even if you're a player that was going back to your former school, even if you're not a part of the media, you basically just be on the sideline with the players.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You're out there. You're damn near coaching if you want to.
Bro, players will come up and dap you up. You're like, yo, this is insane. We're in the middle of a game. All right, brother.
They can score a touchdown and you can find yourself in the end zone.
Dude,
that's a fact.
While we're on the college football thing, obviously the transfer portal is taking place. It's crazy. Middle Tennessee is a school that you ball out. Guys are getting plucked left and right.
Absolutely.
Do you think, I'm sure a piece of you is like, yeah, I would have stayed at Middle Tennessee. Your ass would have been out of there.
Oh, he'd have been gone.
He would have been.
That's a fact, bro. I probably would have left after my freshman year.
Yeah. You have a little ball hawk.
My freshman year, I had 4 interceptions my freshman year. I would have for sure went somewhere chasing money just like everybody else. But I got 2 younger brothers that's in college football right now. So my younger brother started at South Florida, 2 years there. He just transferred to Colorado this past year.
Oof.
All out. He's just transferred again, bro. He just signed, I think, committed to Texas A&M. So he's gonna be in the SEC.
Damn,
oh boy.
I got another brother that was at MTSU. He was a preferred walk-on, and he earned himself a scholarship this past. So it's funny because like you got the stories like, man, preferred walk-on, basically spent 2 years being a walk-on, paying for school, just got put on scholarship this year. Got some playing time, transferring, gone.
Where's he going?
He hasn't committed anywhere yet, but I think he has some visits lined up. But but that transfer portal is real, bro.
So this is a great conference. Like, what are some of the pulls? Is it a lot of just money based?
Gotta be.
And you have two different brothers. You got the one, the walk on, that probably listens to the other brother. Like, bro, you don't know what grinds. Like, you out here picking schools for better Instagram posts and everything else. Like, he's like, you got a privileged life, so you get to hear a lot of different conversations. Like, what goes into the mind of some of these guys when they're hitting the portal?
So, bro, I think a lot of it is. I mean, I think number one is money for sure. I would definitely put money there, number one, and I think two, the second part probably just more opportunity. You know what I mean? Like, for example, the brother that was at, Colorado is obviously going to Texas A&M.
Why is he leaving?
Money.
Right, money. But say Colorado was competitive. Were they competitive in trying to keep him?
So that's something I haven't had those conversations with him just yet, but I can guarantee it was probably some of that. But then also probably everything around him. Like, I think when I look at Colorado, I think this probably had over 20, 30 people that's leaving. So it's kind of like, I don't know, guys are just kind of like, they just don't feel motivated to stick through losing years or, obviously everything falling. Like, sure, I'm about to just jump on another team that obviously Texas A&M was just in the playoffs and all that. So I don't know. And I guarantee it's probably money motivated, bro. It's just like, it's free agency you basically got
every day.
Two free agencies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you too, being a DB, you got to be thinking, why would you want to leave Coach Prime?
But I mean, Coach Prime, I don't think Coach Prime is coaching the DBs. You know what I mean? Like, obviously he's had some health stuff. Just talking to my brother, like, he's not like up there coaching the DBs. Like, they have a DB coach. Like, Coach Prime is kind of overseeing everything. So it's not like Coach Prime is working with the DBs in the film room every single day, giving them tips and stuff like that. So, but like I said, but then for my younger brother, who's at MTSU, I don't think it's more of money motivated more than it's like having an opportunity to probably trying to go to a bigger stage, to get more opportunities, more people to see you play, to try to obviously have a chance to make it pro. So I think it's definitely both.
Yeah.
Now I'm pretty sure he can get more money going to a bigger school for sure. But I think he's more motivated by having an opportunity to just try to go somewhere and really bet on himself, bro. You know what I mean? Going from being a walk-on, getting a scholarship. He wants to bet on himself, see if he can go somewhere and earn a spot and ball out, maybe like at a Power 5 school or something like that.
Yeah, Dion's definitely the guy that during practice, while they're doing individual drills, he's riding around like in a golf cart, going by the DBs.
Like one of them type of coaches. I think exactly what he is.
Y'all think you're nice, but you weren't like me. And then he kind of keeps rolling.
Well, he probably kind of has to a little bit now with the foot stuff and everything else.
Yeah, get him mobile a little bit. Were you a guy, let's just say everything's even. You're a Philly cat. You go to MTSU. You go into the transfer portal. Are you a guy in your brain, money's all the same? Are you leaning towards the SEC or are you leaning towards the Big Ten?
That's funny. I'm definitely probably leaning more SEC.
God
definitely.
damn.
I didn't see that coming. I thought Philly, he'd be like,
Well, it's funny because number one,
the better ball at the top now is becoming the Big Ten.
Clearly.
But you also got to think, when I was in school, like SEC was at the top.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like now the transfer portal has switched up. Definitely Big Ten. You guys y'all doing y'all thing. I will say that. It's definitely switched up. Even though Ohio State just got knocked out by Miami, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They got knocked out by Miami. But Alabama just got dominated too, so that's not, you know what I mean? So I don't know. Big Ten is definitely doing their thing, but I wanted to go to SEC coming out of high school. I went to high school in Georgia, you know what I mean? So I moved from Philly, went to high school in Georgia, so I wanted to go SEC. But I don't know. If Ohio State would have offered me, I don't know. It had to be a different conversation though. You know what I mean?
Ohio State, Michigan. I get it.
I got a Chicago question for him.
Chicago question. Go on.
So KB, respected leader. We got to see you come into your own when you were with the Titans. You've been a captain. You've been a leader, both teams. As like an observer in the team meeting room, around the building, everything else, What have you seen from Coach Johnson? What's taken place to where you guys are now in the spot that you are? Because again, you go through all the change in the offseason. Training camp happens. You start off 0-2. You're having tough meetings in the defensive room. The whole city's on top of you. Now to end the year as winning the division, what have you seen with all the experience you've had in leadership and being a great captain and everything else? So what you've seen happen in the building of Chicago to do their best to block out the noise and just focus on one game at a time. Like, do you have any examples? I see a lot of stuff from Al Harris. Like, are there things where you've sat back and you're like, this staff, this team kind of knows what it's about?
No, I would say even just speaking on Ben, bro, he's just, the accountability I think he's brought here to this organization has been needed. That I think it hasn't really been here for a long time. I kind of think about just like, I don't want to make the comparison to Braves or nothing like that, but just like that culture shift of when Braves came in, like, basically like, so I will use this example. So training camp, right? I had the toughest training camp I've ever had in my entire career of playing football, bro. Like, we were doing more live tackling this year than I've ever done out of all my other previous non-training camps. It was tough.
Yeah, and you're 10 KB. He ain't like, oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah, KB's trying to be a leader, but low-key he's getting with a respected few, be like, yo, this is some bullshit. Like, we better be good this year.
There was conversations being had, within the locker room. Like, they were like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
But it was definitely needed, though, bro. But, like, he just has this certain mentality. Like, a lot of times, bro, offensive coaches are kind of like real cool, chill guys. He has a defensive mentality when it comes to offense, bro. He's trying to destroy people. Like, his first meeting that he had with us, he basically got in front of the team and said, it shouldn't be a question about did we win the game. It should be how much did we win by. This guy's trying to put up 40 points on teams game in and game out. And I just think that mentality vibes well, especially with myself, being on defense. But obviously his play calling is like that. But I think the way he connects with the team, he connects with the players. He's a players coach, in my opinion. He meets with the leadership. But he's been great, bro. Like I said, but on the defensive side, obviously Dennis Allen's been calling plays for a long time. He was in New Orleans and all that good stuff. And Al Harris is one of my favorite coaches on the staff. This guy, he obviously played 15 years. All he talks about is taking the ball away. Literally every single day we got to get 4 interceptions in practice a day. If we don't get 4 interceptions, we're doing push-ups into practice. Like, that accountability that we're just trying to have here, that, like I said, over the past previous years, man, it just really hasn't been there. You know what I mean? Like, we haven't really won a lot of games here. Obviously, I was here last year, 5-12, lost 10 straight. The accountability just wasn't there, bro. So I think Ben Johnson just kind of brought that level to this team, to this organization, for sure.
So you would say that Ben's more of like a 2018 Mike Vrabel as far as like coming in, we got to reshift our eyes on the culture and how it's going to change a little bit?
Yeah, I would definitely compare it like that. But Vrabel's a lot more like, Vrabel's an asshole in a way, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, he was a lot more intense when it came to that. I think Ben is just more like, the shit we was doing last year just not going down here. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, from the players. And like I said, I just think that he came in understanding, like, bro, this is the toughest division in football. Obviously, the NFC West is really good. But he said this is the toughest division in football. So we got to make sure that every single thing we're doing every single day is being tough. Like I said, the practices was crazy. Yeah, man, he's just a great coach. I think he's the perfect guy for this city.
So when you're sitting there and you're having these live tackling drills, you're in the middle of camp, you understand that Ben Johnson is obviously a creative genius when it comes to the offensive side of the ball. But you have this intense camp. You're sitting there with a couple guys, be like, "Yo, I'm in year 10. I can't be hitting like this. I need a couple days off." Then you start the season 0-2. Clearly, there's going to be the conversation either internally or externally with a couple of people where you're like, hey, is this, like, what are we really doing here? And then you guys make a massive turnaround. At what point in the season do you think the whole team was like, oh, this guy is a legit dude who's going to be a head coach for a very long time?
I feel like, honestly, just being real, I felt like that beforehand, just because of being with Braves. I kind of just sensed like the same type of stuff. I'm like, even though we weren't that good, obviously we started out the season 0-2, I still felt that it was a way we was going to get things turned around. I just kind of had the belief. But I would say just during the year, I don't know, bro. It's kind of hard to pinpoint an exact time.
It's got to be the time where you went from doing his chant the first couple wins, you're kind of like, all right, we're doing the chant, to where you're coming in the locker room, you're like, we can't wait to hit this chant now.
I'm gonna keep it real, bro, and I've said this before though. That chant, the first time we did it, it was one of them joints like you're kind of looking around the locker room like, I don't know, boys. Like,
yes, I know.
It was kind of corny. You know what I'm saying? Like just being real, like, because he's like, everybody huddle up, bring it up. You guys, like, I think it was at the preseason game. He was like, all right, repeat that to me. We're gonna say this. I've been saying this for a long time. It was like, okay, like, what are we about to say? He's like, good, better, best. And we're like, good, better, best. And you kind of just looking around. It's like, what is that? Everybody kind of looking around, like looking at each other, like, hey, you gonna say this out loud? Are we gonna scream this? Or we kind of say it under your breath a little bit? But like you said, it's one of those joints. Like after we start to win, it's like now it's our rallying crowd. Like guys are coming in super excited. Ben is a madman. So Ben is one of those guys that during the game he has no emotion. So like I said, the complete opposite from like Vraze. Vraze was always super animated. He's always coming up to the sideline, going to the bench, the linebackers, the DBs, the O-line, coaching guys up. Ben's the complete opposite. You're probably not going to hear or see Ben on the sideline. He's going to be pacing back and forth. When Caleb drops a dime for a touchdown, no emotion. Defense gets the turnovers, no emotion. I'm talking about you don't hear nothing. And it's always, I don't care if we're winning by 30 or we're losing by 30. He has no emotion. Either you're going to see, look, he's going to look pissed off the whole entire game. Doesn't matter. So he doesn't really show any emotion till we get into the locker room. And obviously we just won the game. He lets out a huge scream. He might take his shirt off, all that other stuff. But it's just kind of funny. Just like he's so always locked in, so intensified on like, because like I said, he literally wants to score every drive. If he doesn't score on a drive, he's pissed off. You know what I mean? Like he just had this pissed off look about himself. But no, it's pretty funny. He's a great coach.
That's awesome.
I do love that too. Just the first time coming up and being like, go better, best. Everyone's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, this is kind of gay.
What do we do with this?
And then when you start winning, you're like, this is the
movie. It reminds me of that tits out for the boys, tits out for the boys.
Yeah. There you go.
Dude, yeah, it's awesome to see Ben Johnson. As far as like Caleb goes, clearly the guy's got incredible talent. How have you evaluated just from sitting back and being like, let's just see how this kid's developed throughout this season and being able to watch him last season his rookie year? Like, what is the biggest jump that you've seen Caleb make in these last 2 years with him?
I think it's just the simple stuff, the simple plays. Last year, bro, watching him as a rookie, I'm looking at this guy every single day, bro. He was making throws that I'm like, only him and maybe prime Aaron Rodgers can make, bro. And obviously probably prime Matthew Stafford, but he's in that realm of like arm talent, throwing on the run, bro. I think he's probably the most accurate quarterback on the run in the league. And I think that's without question. Just doing special stuff. But I think, his rookie year, and obviously he showed it at USC, but like he was always playing off script. You know what I mean? So it was sometimes he was always big play hunting, where it was like he might have an easy check down right here, but he's looking to get that big play. Whatever was his first read of like the quarterback said, this play is being put in to throw it to this guy vertically or whatever. And it might not be there. And so the check down will be wide open, but he's still looking for the big plays. And I think a lot of times he was either leading to sacks or, our offensive line obviously wasn't blocking very well last year and led the league in sacks and stuff like that. So it's the easy stuff this year. So I think Ben coming in, basically tearing everything down to the studs, the footwork, the progressions, everything. And Ben was on him hard, especially the beginning of the season. In the OTAs, I mean, when you talk about restarting plays throughout practice because of a receiver's alignment was off by a half a yard or something like that, or the cadence was off. Like it was tough. It was like, oh man, like I don't know, but he was tearing everything down, kind of reteaching them everything. And man, he's took a huge step. The big plays, the explosive plays, the special plays, that's always going to be there because that's just who Caleb is. But I think it's the little things, being able to just check the ball down, trusting this. I mean, we got some talent at receiver, bro. I mean, this rookie tight end, Colston Loveland.
Michigan guy?
Bro, he's like that. Yeah, Michigan guy, for sure. He is like that. Like, I think he's going to be a future All-Pro very soon. Obviously, when Kittle goes of the reins of the NFC, but he's going to be an All-Pro for sure. But nah, man, Caleb is a special player, bro. I think he just broke the single season record, passing record in the Bears just yesterday. And we're talking a year 2. I think he only threw like 6-7 interceptions this year. I mean, the guy, he has incredible talent. He's only going to continue to get better.
Man, that fires me up.
Yeah, when you obviously like recently, I feel like Caleb and Coach Johnson's kind of reflected on how their relationship's grown because they felt Caleb thought he didn't really mess with him. Were you having the same feeling like in training camp? Like, man, this dude, coach is riding him hard.
Bro, listen, I'm telling you, bro, during OTAs.
Is this in meetings too? Like, you know how Vrab, like once you're in the room with Vrab, like nobody's off limits.
Except for Derrick Henry. And honestly, you, KB. Like, you know, he was always
KB
on
was always,
it.
he was always
on his knees with KB a little bit.
That, bro.
Yes.
That's why in the meeting, like,
my name a lot, bro.
When I'm like mocking Coach Vrabel, I'm doing the talent show thing. Right, KB?
Yeah, it's
KB was always the right KB guy.
Yeah, sounding off.
I want to say we had a bet one time. It was like, I bet Braves going to say my name like 2 or 3 times in this one meeting. It was so funny.
Bro, we started that. It was literally 7.5.
It was
KB,
crazy, bro.
And he hit the over. We're like, how many times are you going to mention KB in this meeting?
Yeah.
Meeting's 25, 30 minutes long. And it's like, hey, KB got hit 10 times this meeting.
I'll be sitting back like, bro, I don't know why he keep calling my name, bro.
That's exactly why he did it, too.
No, but it's funny. Like, no, Ben's not like that as far as calling him out aggressively. He's done it a couple times, right? If it's in the team meeting or even at the practice once. But no, it's literally like, he's just so anal about the little small details because they all matter. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's literally how he gets the calls in the huddle, how he comes out of the huddle, how the receivers are getting lined up. Like he has no issues and no hesitant to restart an entire period, plays. He's not like the overbearing, you know, like, we all know Braves. Like Braves is going to be shit talking the entire practice.
Yeah,
we know that. That's just kind of who he is. He's going to be coaching every single position, talking the whole practice. You're going to hear his voice all over the practice field. Ben's not like that, but you will hear that whistle be blown real quick. Get back in the huddle. Start the huddle over. And like I said, OTAs was like, oh, shit, like, he was on Caleb's ass, bro. No lie. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't know how this shit going to go, y'all boys. But, but like I said, I really think it was because of he was really trying to reteach him everything as far as his system. And Ben's system is not something easy to learn because I don't think it was all Caleb messing up. It was the receivers not getting lined up right. He was on everybody. He was screaming, MFing people, but I think he was purposely doing that early in the OTAs to kind of see, basically throwing everything at the wall and see what everybody can be able to handle. And I think he's dialed it back probably a little bit and obviously gotten better throughout the year, just adding more stuff. But I think it was well needed because his scheme, in my opinion, is kind of unstoppable when everybody's executing.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
awesome. It's awesome to see like the training camp, all the press conferences where it's clear that there's something going on between Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson. And then going to this last game you guys had, Caleb Williams is walking in the tunnel with a Ben Johnson jersey on, which is pretty badass. I just got to hand it a note. This is from Ryan Poles, correct? The GM. Saying that you have a hard out. So we got to get to the last question, which is the Bud Light question. Would you like to ask it, Will?
Yes, I'd be happy to. KB, I think he's been part of this before, but KB, we know how anybody would do anything for an ice cold Bud Light. What is something that Kevin Byard would do anything for?
What would I do anything for? Oh, man. Anything?
Anything. Can't say family.
Okay. Super Bowl, bro. Honestly, I haven't. I've accomplished a lot in my football playing career, from all pros to Pro Bowls and all that good stuff. We played in every round of the playoffs, just haven't got to the Super Bowl and won it. What I would do for that? Whew.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Just putting this out there. This is no homo, no Paul stuff. So we're going to take that. So I don't want to put that out there. But I would do a lot, bro. I would say if we win a Super, I would almost end my career. If I can get a Super Bowl, bro, I think 10 years, you know what I mean? Like, if there was a choice between saying, hey, you either going to extend your career extra 5 years or win a Super Bowl this year and retire, I'll take the Super Bowl, bro.
I love that. Could you imagine if Chicago wins the Super Bowl, that city, him, KB being a Pro Bowler, like the juice around the Chicago Bears.
Mike, it'd be beautiful. Be something to see. You win the Super Bowl, those fingernails are painted for the parade, right?
Hell yeah. If I can win a Super Bowl, hell yeah.
That's how it happens.
I won't have to pay for another dinner in this city. So I'll take that for sure.
We'll have to get the nail tech out there in Chicago when the parade happens.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Are you still you still got a place in Nashville? You still Nashville living?
Still right up the street from you, bro. I'm not too far from you.
Come on now. All right. Well, hey, we'll get a little something going in the offseason, brother. We appreciate you. Round of applause for Kevin Byard.
Appreciate you guys, man. You know it's all love. Third time on the show, bro. Let's make it 4.
Yes. Three times on the show, 3 Pro Bowls. Clearly, you know what the expectation is to get you on the show a 4th time.
Absolutely.
Hey, bro, and congratulations on another Pro Bowl. Obviously, playoff appearance as well, but shout out to you, man. It was watching that pick happen yesterday. I'm just sitting there smiling like, this dude's still just doing it.
Still got it.
No, I appreciate you guys, man. Like I said, I really love watching you guys from afar doing you guys' thing, man. ESPN, you guys all over the place, man. You guys keep growing and building, man. It's been awesome to watch. Still remember those early conversations, Will, in the locker room, asking guys in 2018, bro, you think I should start a podcast? Like, what do you think?
Trying to feel that with my peers.
Hey, so what you boys think, huh? You think I should do this? Yes, no?
I'm just saying, like, just know I was one of the guys that put the battery in you guys back to say, man, you guys should go for it.
Yeah, so, bro.
You guys doing your thing,
man.
bro.
ESPN, would it help you guys or hurt you guys if we went Packers over Bears? If you saw displayed, it's Taylor, Will, and then the logo of the Packers logo, would that give you guys more motivation? Would that help more?
No, but it would hurt me for you guys to go against us. But no, it won't hurt us at all, bro.
Okay.
You guys do what you guys. It sounds like you guys are already planning to do
that. No. We haven't looked to. We think you guys have more momentum than the Packers right now. We're big on momentum. I love the Chicago momentum
right now.
Yeah, it's a nice deal.
You guys better vote for the boys or vote for us for sure.
All right,
definitely.
All right,
we will take that. We will take that note. We'll put it in a box. We'll open it later and consider it. Appreciate you
guys.
KB.
Appreciate it, man.
See you, man.
Boys, man.
Love you too, man.
Love you too. What a guy.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
The Pro Bowl, man, leading the NFL in picks. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the interviews with Coach Whittingham and Kevin Byard. Please tune in. We have the locker room dropping later tonight. I believe you're listening to this episode on Tuesday. So yes, Tuesday night will be our college football locker room. NFL will come out later in the week. We also have Inside the Bus for the dads. All the Bussin universe, all the shows will be out this week. And your boys will also be on Get Up ESPN on Thursday morning. Possibly taking the Bears or...
Possibly taking the Bears. I know for sure.
Giving the fan base internet fodder.
We will consider the Bears against the... we will either be picking the Bears or the Packers this week.
Well said.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Also, Tuesday. The show's coming out Tuesday. What happens Tuesday night?
Jarod Beeman.
His first stand-up is taking place at Zany, 7 p.m.
Doors open at 6.
Doors open at 6. Show starts at 7. Your boy will be emceeing, just coming in, dropping a little couple of nuggets. Couple of Nashville local comedians coming on there. Headliner, Jarod Beeman, one night only. Zany's Nashville. So come, get your tickets, come hang out. It's going to be a wonderful time. Let's all enjoy Jarod Beeman being so nervous about his first stand-up. Big hugs, tiny kisses. We will see you later.